Alright, we got a World Series to win. Sorry, Cleveland. And a new Music Friday to be disappointed in.
So let's check in with our field reporter Heidi Watney, who spoke earlier with some players from both sides about what it means for them to be playing in the World Series. Heidi?
Thanks, Matt. As you might expect, these guys were beyond excited to get this World Series underway when I talked to them earlier. They absolutely dominated on their way here by sweeping the LCS in 4 games, and that has them feeling ultra confident about their chances in this Fall Classic. However, a number of the players acknowledge that the guys in the other dugout are going to be just as hungry for a World Championship, so they know they are going to be tested every step of the way in this series.
What a bounce-back season it's been for the Colorado Rockies. After dropping 91 games in 2019, they enjoyed a terrific 2020 and are now in the World Series.
Now batting, the center fielder, Tyler Naquin. Hey!
Just got 6 days.
0-2 is the count.
That and
behind 0-2 now. And this is swung on and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 5th. So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and Austin Hedges will be the next to hit.
Hey!
And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
0-1.
I really like how he's getting ahead early in the count. He's pitching aggressively, and what that does, it holds the pitch count down.
0-2.
Behind 0-2
A's
now.
eliminated the White Sox. That was very sad, but that's... At least the Braves belong and the A's belong, not the White Sox didn't, but it's not like the White Sox lost to a team that didn't belong. Like the Twins, who lost to a team that didn't even have a
now for the bottom of the 5th.
Leading off
to hit is the catcher,
Rockies.
Jorge Alfaro.
The catcher,
Ready
Jorge
to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Alfaro.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. On the move is
the
DeShields.
Padres handed off the Cardinals.
And he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out.
Now batting, the pitcher,
Now to the
Max
plate, the pitcher, Max
Scherzer.
He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. This is popped up. Naylor is there now, and it's 2 pitches, 2 out.
Dodgers are going to win that. But we'll give the
Now batting, number 1.
Yeah. Marlins Cubs did not happen. Postponed due to rain.
So digging in now, Garrett Hampson. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one.
Let's see. Dodgers Brewers is actually currently scoreless. In the bottom of the 5th. Alright, let's see if we can turn this inning around. It's Shane Bieber, I know, but still.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap.
They've got good
Naquin
pitching.
looks up.
But we've
Into
got
the
better offense
bleachers
and
and
good
gone.
Garrett Hampson.
We were wondering who was going to strike first with the long ball. What a moment for him right there. Home run the World Series. No one can ever take
The
that
center
away.
fielder, number 11.
At the plate now,
Kevin
Pillar.
The idiot
And
Cubs,
Close
like
ball.
Garrett Hampson and Nolan,
He's 0 for 2 in the
Arenado
ball
get
game
hot.
so far.
Just to fuck over the Indians one last time. As of 2016 was one.
A swinging bunt out in front of the plate. Throw in
Got him.
time, and the
Guess who
side
doesn't
is
make
retired.
that play if they're on defense?
Into the box now, the Indians pitcher, Shane Bieber.
Leading off for the
Start
Indians,
things out in their half
the
of the
pitcher,
6th as they look to
Shane
shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've been completely overmatched to this point. One hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced other than it's been
we gotta find that
fantastic?
curveball.
We'll see if that continues as we approach the later innings.
At bat.
A ball and
I got
2
to count
strikes
1 and 2.
And then could use a little in the changeup as well.
And he punches out another one, make it 9 for the ball game.
He's just bringing up strikeouts left and right, but what's really
Now
impressive
batting.
to me, he
Left
hasn't
fielder.
walked anyone either. He's just pounding the zone. His stuff is dirty today.
Waiting on it is Dahl. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
The batter, number 7, second baseman, Cesar
Now at the plate, Cesar Hernandez. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. Out in front of it, strike 1. Here's the 0-1. And that finds the target. 0-2 now.
2-out lightning definitely applies to this offense. If this 2-hole hitter can get on, they can start
They're
something
holding me in
serious.
check in the sense of
no runs,
strikeouts
just 1
aren't
hit,
through the
no
roof.
errors
Usually I
to
have
this point
doubled
for
the innings,
Indians.
so like if
And
I
another foul
end
ball.
the 6th inning, I would have 12 strikeouts. If I get this strikeout, it would only be 9, I believe. That's it. Yeah, I won't even get it.
In the air out toward right center. And he'll get there in
It is
plenty
quite
of
big
time
for
to
them.
put this one away. And bottom of the inning now, and
Leading
that'll
up
bring
for
forth
the
the
Rockies,
slugging shortstop,
the
Trevor
shortstop,
Story.
Trevor.
Now he
Story.
extends nicely, and this ball's driven to right field and deep. Reyes is going to get back, and he'll put this one away on the warning track for the first
Now
out.
batting, the third baseman,
So striding
Nolan
in, Nolan Arenado.
Arenado.
No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. And it's fouled away.
We need to get Shane Bieber out of this game.
1 run on 3 hits. No errors in the ball game for the Rockies thus far.
Right now, that's a big problem.
Swing and
You
oh
could thank
my.
the Cubs for that.
Hit him with the high.
What a blast the other way.
Into the home bullpen for a home run.
Hey, that's the price you pay right there when you try and sneak a fastball past this guy. Power hitter, and every power hitter in the league knows.
Now
Start
batting,
with the
left
numero
fielder,
uno, number 1.
Charlie.
Man, you got to get on the heater and adjust to
Blackman.
everything else.
Drop,
and he did just that.
Yes.
And that's into the outfield for a 1-out hit.
Loud noises right here, fellas. Hey, he's going to have to mix
Now
it up a
batting,
little bit
right
more.
fielder,
They are on his stuff.
David Dahl.
Now at the plate, David Dahl. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on.
David Dahl might actually
Swung
get
on,
postseason.
and this ball is absolutely crushed. Forget about it.
I feel like he's just
And
strictly hitting home
gone
runs.
up into the second deck.
Another excellent swing right there. That's multiple home runs in the same inning. Watch yourself. You're missing over the heart of the plate.
Now
Daniel
batting,
Murphy steps in
the
now.
first baseman, Daniel.
Something, Daniel
Smash
Murphy
down
and
the
Murphy.
right field line. That's going to stay fair, and it's
The
gonna be
height- that hit on top of the foul pole, I
back-to-back
think.
home run.
I don't think that I've ever done that before, if that actually happened. On top of the foul ball.
Long ball
That was
is
an
playing
absolute
in this
moonshot
one.
shot
That
for
was
height.
The 4th blast of the game so far for this lineup. Dan Dero, what are your thoughts on what they're doing as a team so
I really
far?
think that hit off the top. Like, it literally, like,
Your
landed on the
attention,
top.
please.
I gotta check that. 417 in the distance. Look at the height of this bitch, too. No, it didn't land on the top. Very close, though. Doink. Towels. I saw a clip once on like YouTube or Reddit where somebody managed to hit it into the top of the foul pole and it like
Into the
sunk
box,
into
Jorge
the pole, like going
Alfaro.
down the hole in the top.
He swings and crushes it. Oh my, there is
Attaboy.
no
Attaboy,
doubt about
Jorge.
this one. And they've done it again. Back to back to back home run.
475 to dead center. That's a rude welcome to the game. An absolute tank.
So it's a solo shot to dead center. His first homer so far in the series. As they pile on, it's now
Up next for
6-0.
Colorado,
Stepping
pitcher,
in now, Max
Max
Scherzer.
Scherzer.
He'll promptly send it in out to center field. Naquin's under it, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Now batting.
And that'll bring in
Number
Garrett
1.
Hampson. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. First delivery to him on the way. Oh my, this ball is crushed. Where will this one end
I'm so
up?
glad I put Garrett Hampson in the leadoff
Bye-bye,
spot.
that one's gone.
I don't know if he has
Into
the emerging
bleachers.
season that he did if I don't do that.
It's getting pretty comical now. Their 6th home run of the game, and they're not done yet. They say hitting is contagious, and apparently that applies to the long ball. It's looking like
Now
batting
batting.
practice out there.
The center fielder.
So now to the plate, Kevin Pillar.
Pillar.
Ramirez is up.
Pillar seems like he's going to be that guy. There's always one guy in all these
For the
postseason
third
runs
out,
that
but it's certainly
somebody carries the freight in the first series of the first 2 series offensively.
pitch in the
Like
at-bat,
a
ball
real
on its
big
way.
standout, but then kind of goes cold in the World Series. And then there's always that one that's kind of the exact opposite, where they don't really start off too hot. They start off pretty cold, and then as the postseason progresses, they get better and better. And then by the World Series, they just go fuck off. And I think Nolan Arenado and Garrett Hampson might be those guys here.
He's been just about getting ahead of every
Both
hitter.
kind of,
Seems like every
like
one
not
of them
bad,
are
obviously,
0-2,
in the start of the
1-2 in
postseason,
just
but
about every
not
at-bat.
nearly as good
And
as
when
they've been
that's the
doing
case,
recently.
your chances of getting a good pitch to hit are way worse.
And a half swing that time, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the umpire. And
Now
that'll be
batting.
the first out
Right
of the inning.
fielder. Ronil
Franmil Reyes
Reyes.
comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1.
Man, this guy's in a good groove right now. 7 straight retires. He's locked in.
Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2.
I also figured out what I want to do when it comes to
Nothing in 2 count.
not just
and
2. I
the
want
pitch.
recording the last 3 outs of
And he struck him out.
clincher.
And there's strikeout number
But I think I'm
11
going
in
to
the
go with a different bullpen arm to close out each game.
Here comes the first
Assuming
pitch.
batter.
Scherzer's
Certainly
along.
not showing any signs of
I
intimidation.
don't
with
think
these
I will
middle of the order guys.
as much as I want to.
Back-to-back Ks, and the 3 and 4 guys are harmlessly back in the dugout.
Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Pitch on the way. Two out, nobody on. Fouled off.
Hey, having a B right here, I know it's frustrating the heck out of the pitcher. You keep fouling these pitches.
Swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will...
Your
Nick
attention,
Wickman
please.
comes on to pitch now,
Now
hoping for
pitching
better
for
results than
Cleveland.
the other arms
Number
that they've run
62.
out there. In
Trevor
this
Story might
Nick.
be in that category with Kevin Pillar.
And the pitch. Turns
Where he's
this one
cooling
around
off
high and deep to
the
center
later into the
field.
postseason we played, but
Nick
maybe
looks
not.
up. Gone!
That's why you got to
Trevor's
pay
got a
attention
story
to
for
the on
you.
deck circle. He was calibrating his heater right there, checking out the off-speed stuff,
Now
and he
batting,
didn't wait
third
around.
baseman,
First time he seen
Nolan
him, didn't matter. He took a beat.
Arenado.
For sure.
Oh. Shouldn't have swung at that. The second I saw it down,
Well,
I
on
was
to
like,
first,
maybe not,
so
but I
a good
just did.
comeback there as he gets the first out of the inning.
Up next for
Now
Colorado.
at the plate, Charlie
The left
Blackmon.
fielder.
So far, 2
Charlie.
for 3 in this one. First
Blackman.
pitch coming, here it is. Oh, and this ball is absolutely blasted.
Blackmon.
High and deep. And it's into the bullpen. Home run.
Ladies
Count
and
1
gentlemen,
and
your
now in a
attention,
mop-up
please.
I think
roll
my
as he'll try to
Now
keep the
pitching
deficit
for
right where it is.
And now it's not
And
going
Number
that
38.
bring up the speedy outfielder
Now,
David Dahl.
Quantrill.
Fouled away. Quantrill has proven to be a guy that throws strikes coming out of the pen and doesn't walk a lot of batters.
Boyd, every manager and pitching coach, Matty V, they love to
Damn,
bring a
well,
guy
I'll take a
in
Dahl double.
that they know one thing. He's going to throw strikes and not beat himself, and this guy is certainly not afraid to attack the strike zone.
And he's in there easily at second with a 1-out double.
The first baseman, number 9.
Some guys have the ability to rise to
Daniel
the occasion, while some guys shrink
Murphy.
away when it matters the most. Well, this guy is a gamer. He's been on fire since the postseason
give me Phil
started,
Maton
and after
in
that hit,
Coors Field.
it looks like he doesn't plan on stopping anytime soon.
Line toward right center. And this is turning ugly now as this ball's down for extra bases. Tack on
It's going to be
another
disgusting
here
to
as the
see
runner
the amount
scores
of
from
extra base
second.
hits I
It's
have
a
compared to singles.
2-0 score.
Now batting, catcher, Jorge
Once this is all said and
Alfaro.
done.
To the plate now, Jorge Alfaro. And he fouled this one off. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. To third.
Damn.
Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly.
Jorge, if you're a little bit quicker out of the box, I think you beat that one out. Not gonna lie to you.
Stepping in and ready for another shot.
Well, Max Scherzer hit it, which I kind of wanted to bring him back.
So we'll see if he can do something with the bat here as well. He's earned the chance to take this
Oh my God, such a terrible
pitch. When a guy's throwing the ball as well as.
And the catcher grabs it to retire
tonight. Oh well.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch.
The first baseman,
Josh Naylor, is in for the third time as he swings and misses at that one. It's 0-1.
Even though we're late into this ball game, this guy's velo is still top notch. This guy's a horse.
Behind 0-2 now. High and deep down the left field line.
That cutter was not at all where I wanted it to be. It was center cut when I wanted it down there.
Wind up and the 0-2 pitch.
Like that one.
That's
a ball. Wow.
1-2.
I really like watching righties throw that cutter in on lefties' hands like that. This one was down too, and if he hits it,
so we're just not going to swing any more pitches, are we?
Pound it into the ground, maybe even give himself a shin burger.
Now a swing, and this ball is crushed straight
away
center field. Out of here, into the visitors' bullpen.
Josh Naylor.
Yeah, they have everything to lose in this game, but it's obvious they have zero quitting.
Fuckhead.
They're going to battle until the last out. With that homer, they're that much closer to prolonging the series.
0 for 2 for him.
Bullshit at bat. Man, I wish I pulled Scherzer now, honestly. I could have gone to Estevez this inning.
And they go right after him here as he swings and misses. Strike 2.
Guess who tipped their hand? They were sitting all over a piece of cheese. He flew open on the front side.
Got him. As he just continues to mow down these hitters. 13 strikeouts.
The catcher, number 17, Austin.
To be fair, if I were to keep Scherzer in,
he was
strikeout the side this inning and then strikeout the side next inning, I would still manage to finish with double the strikeouts
Swing and a miss on
per
the
inning.
slider,
Like,
quickly behind nothing.
Average-wise, like I finished with 18 strikeouts in 9 innings, which is double.
And he struck out again. That's the third time he's gone down on strikes in this one.
Your attention,
Oscar
please.
Mercado will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 35, Oscar Mercado.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Right by him here, and he's set up for another strikeout here. The count to 0-2.
Hey, nice job of bouncing back after the leadoff homer. 2 quick outs after the bomb, and he's got a chance to get out of this.
And he's got another one. 15 strikeouts in the ball game, and the side.
Your attention, please.
Comes on to pitch now,
Now
hoping for better results than the other arms that
Number
are out there in this one.
Phil Maton.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Phil Maton's overall go up? I'm curious about that. Nope, 69.
And this is yanked hard down the left field line. And that gets down and ought to be good for extra bases. And he is into second with a double, his third hit of the night.
The center fielder, number 11.
Although they kind of closed down Pilar.
The hitter wasn't fooled for a second. Gets the barrel of the bat through the zone and rips it down the line for a leadoff double.
Strike taken to throw.
Garrett Hampson giving everyone some tacos.
Close as he's in there with a stolen base.
Oh, this kind of goes against those unwritten rules of baseball. They're leading big, so there's really no reason for them to steal third right there. And I'm not sure that was taken too kindly in the opposing dugout.
Sent in the air out to straightaway center.
Now Pilar's got an
Naquin's
RBI.
on the move. And the play is made, but this should be good enough for an RBI as the runner from third tags up. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run from third is in to score.
Not shortstop, Trevor.
This is the story of Trevor.
Shortstop Trevor Story. He homered earlier and is 2 for 3 to this point. Fouled away.
I gotta stop swinging those pitches.
Time to be aggressive with these hitters now. After that sac fly, now it's time to try to get out of this inning with only 1 run scored.
Slow little grounder left side.
I think I just figured out what my problem
And there
is.
are 2 away now.
Now batting.
Digging in to
The
try
third
it
baseman,
again, Nolan Arenado. And he'll be trying to replicate that home run swing that he took back in inning number 6. Fly ball out toward left center field. On the move is
Nathan won
Shields.
this round. So it's like Phil Maton.
He's there to track it down.
He's won maybe 2 or 3 times out on me, so we'll give him the benefit of the doubt and say 3.
And here's the second
so it's Phil Maton 3 and me.
Starting things for his side in the ninth as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Your attention,
please. Go to Michael Gibbons because he was the initial
closer. These guys know these bats still count.
Number
at least for their own stats.
Down
you can't
by
know their chances as a professional.
Gibbons.
Behind 0-2 now. And he fouls this one off. All right.
Oh, that's a rarity that I make that play with enough time
first to record the out. Digging in the switch hitter, Cesar Hernandez. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Throw on to first, and now the Indians are down to their final out.
Now batting, third baseman.
Here's the first pitch to him. Jose Ramirez is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1.
Hey, pretty aggressive pitch right there up in the zone. Surprised he didn't offer at it.
Last strike now for Cleveland. Struck him out. Cleveland, good night.
A 1-0 World Series lead.
First blood has been drawn in this World Series, and guys, what have we learned?
Well, in terms of what shape this series is going to take, that really rides on the Game 2 result. If they can do it again tomorrow and go up 2-0,
midnight,
they'll become heavy favorites to raise the trophy. But we could also be heading into Game 3 at a new venue, even at 1 apiece. So really, we'll know a lot more after Game 2. So the Rockies talked to our own Heidi Watney before the game. Heidi, what's the state of this team headed into this upcoming Game 2?
Matt, there's no doubt they're riding high after coming out on top in Game 1, but that doesn't have these players or coaches feeling more at ease about this game or the rest of the series. Sure, it's nice to get the first of 4 wins out of the way, but many players told me they have To bring the same level of focus, intensity, and execution with them into Game 2, especially since their opponent is going to be even hungrier for a win here tonight.
A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen.
You know what makes this a great, and that's the thing, it's the first new Friday of the month, so I feel like bigger music drops at like the start of the month or the end of the month. Actually, probably the start of the month.
Pops him up. Arenado onto the grass.
Attaboy Arenado.
He's there and
I just want anything
the first
from
down.
Any sign of life. I just want to call me by your name, really, but like.
Now batting.
I'll take anything.
Baseman, Jose Ramirez.
Into the box, Jose Ramirez. Previous history with German Marquez. He's hitless in 3 at-bats.
I doubt there's anything. Mariah Carey dropped an album? Bon Jovi? Is that new or like at some point this year? Not seeing anything that looks remotely attractive right now. Score the Dodgers Brewers game. Dodgers put up 3 in that bottom of the 5th, so now they're up 3-0. Let's check Reddit. They're usually pretty quick for the fresh album tracks. 21 Savage and Metro Boomin, Savage Mode 2. Probably check out that track featuring Drake, but there's a Morgan Freeman feature on the intro. Apparently running is pretty insane. Alright, let's check that out. Savage Mode 2. It's not. Let's try this. Metro Boomin. Savage Mode 2. There it is. I'm just not. It's just kind of disappointing. This slaps while doing calc homework. Yeah. Wouldn't surprise me if high schoolers love this shit. It almost sounded like Drake said he was dating SZA in 08. But like, well, that'd make her 18. If it was after November. Oh, Drake. Drake's, yeah. Damn, Drake's 33. Oh, that's strange. That's such a weird thing to say. I feel like that didn't happen. I feel like it'd be more known. Oops. Whatever.
Here comes the first pitch. A high fastball is in there.
Hey, love the confidence in that pitch right there. Going right after one of the better hitters on this team. Not afraid to execute.
Swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
That front door slider is a devastating pitch. By the time you realize it's in the zone, it's too late. You can't even put a good swing on it.
No runs, 2 hits, no errors to this point for the Indians. And this is swung on and missed. So it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 6th inning.
He's racking up a fair amount of strikeouts now out there. That's 6th at this point. So he's got good stuff, and he's fooling a lot of these hitters.
Franmil Reyes is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Out in front of that one, may have been looking fastball. Good job just to make contact.
Got to take advantage of that pitch right there. 0-2.
Got him looking.
Boy, Marquez.
And that'll do it. The inning is over. And that'll bring in Charlie Blackmon.
For the Rockies.
2 thus far in
the left field.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these 2 teams would be able to get some base runners on and get him in, but that hasn't been the case.
And he'll throw him out from short right field. Nicely done
my
for the
sinuses
first
are getting
out.
clear. I can breathe more.
Now batting.
So coming
right
to the
fielder,
plate, David Dahl.
David
It was a walk in his
Dahl.
last trip. Right side defense.
That boy David Dahl.
And
that's not going to be a Dahl double, though. That's the rare single.
Hey, some guys look out there, Dan. They don't care. They can't execute the ball the other way. It's
first
not that
baseman.
easy. They're going to hit it as hard as they can, right into the shift, and let the chips fall where they may.
You know, it's hard, D-Row, when you've come up all the way through high school, Little League, college.
Wow, and even rarer back-to-back singles. I mean, I'm not complaining. I'll take singles all day, every day. If everyone in my lineup came up right now and hit singles, that means I'm batting around still and driving me nuts.
Nothing fires me up more than watching a hitter take what a pitcher gives him. Pitches away.
He extends nicely, and this ball's driven to right field and deep.
Attaboy, Alfaro. Just tuck it over the wall. Doesn't matter how far it goes.
Hitting a home run in the World Series is special at any point. Hitting a home run in the World Series that gives your team the lead, that's something to tell the grandkids.
Now batting, the pitcher.
At the plate,
Herman
Marquez. And now here's the ball hit pretty well out toward right
I'm mad
center
they're not being
field.
able to do anything with these pitchers that can actually hit a little bit.
Range to his
29-14
left and put it
contact,
away.
Scherzer's
2 down.
33
Now
contact.
batting, number 1.
Sliding into the box.
I don't care about
Garrett
the power,
Henson. Last time through was a base hit. This is line to left.
Hit that too hard.
The Shields is there, and he'll make the catch.
All right, 3-0 lead.
New inning set to get underway, and that'll bring up the switch-hitting shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
So
and it's fouled away.
You're lucky if you get one pitch a night right down the middle. Cannot be late.
Because that's something that could, like, kind of happen. I mean, I don't see Miami getting rid of him in a trade, but at the same time, I can see, like, if they were willing to do it, that's a solid trade.
Even though we're
not
late into this
a top-tier player, but he's certainly got potential.
And he struck him out.
And
Good
he's
pitch
already
there
pretty
as he
solid.
registers his 8th punch out of the ball
Up
game.
next for Cleveland, the
Josh
first
Naylor
baseman,
is at the plate as he takes a cold strike one. No runs, 2 hits, no errors to this point for the Indians. Swing and a miss on the slider. He's quickly behind 0-2.
He's still looking great to me out there on the mound. Punched out the first guy in the 7th, and he's jumped ahead in the count right here. Looks like he could stay in this game a while longer.
Struck him out, and he becomes the 9th strikeout victim thus far.
Looked to me like he had the right idea with the swing on that pitch. He just didn't get the bat through the zone in time. The pitch was away. He let it get deep, maybe trying to take it the other way, but it got too deep and was by him by the time his barrel could get in the correct position.
And next will be the versatile Tyler Naquin. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. No hits to this point. Now a swing and a ball headed for Murphy over there at first.
He's out. 7 shutout for German Marquez. You love to see
now the
it.
skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here.
Now
Nick Whitgren
batting
come
in
on
the
now, and he'll slide into the
Number
7th spot
62.
in the lineup following
Nick
the double switch.
Whitgren.
Oh, Pilar's
center.
been a little down, but he's sure as hell not out.
Number 35. Oscar Mercado.
Into the bleachers and gone.
It wouldn't be right if he didn't hit at least one of the
skipper
groceries
pulled
everything
him
else
for
he's
a
done.
reason, and I can guarantee you one thing: that was not what he had in mind. First pitch,
Now
and
batting.
it was
Good
out
stop.
of here. That's a
Trevor.
tough way to start your day in the office as a reliever.
He's 1 for 2 in this one. 0-1 count and the pitch. Get back up the middle. He's got it. On to first.
I'm so used to Story following everything up that Pilar does that I was pretty much just expecting back-to-back.
Now batting, third baseman.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Nolan Arenado. 1 run in and 1 gone so far this inning.
Oh, Nolan, you got to put that in the stands.
Ready with the 0-1. Sharp ground ball toward the hole.
Another rare single.
And that finds its way through for a base hit.
Okay, we will run up the hit counts too, though.
Hey guys, I like the execution by the batter there.
Up next
he got
for
a hanger
Colorado.
in the middle of the plate.
The left fielder.
Could have come unglued,
Charlie.
but he didn't. He stayed focused
Blackman.
and drove a line drive base hit.
Liner toward right center.
That's not getting caught. Run.
And that'll get down out there near the wall.
How about an RBI triple for Blackman? We'll take that.
Wow, they're hitting on all cylinders as the lead increases
Now
to 5 now.
The right fielder.
Nice job there to drive the
David.
ball into the gap and turn on the Jets.
Cam
for a
Hill.
triple.
Your attention,
Cam
please.
Hill takes the
Hey, look, it's
ball
Camel.
pen as he'll try to get the final 2
Number
outs of this
27.
7th frame.
Cam
David Dahl to
Hill.
the plate now, and he turns this one around high and deep to center field. And this is taken in shy of the wall, but that should be plenty
An RBI
deep
for
to
David
score
Dahl.
the run. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead. It's
Up
a
next for
6-0
Colorado.
ball game.
the first baseman, Daniel
So no one on now after the sac
Murphy.
fly. And here comes the first baseman, Daniel Murphy. Now a
Daniel Murphy in
swing and
October.
a deep drive to right. Looking up is the right fielder, and it's gone as they add
Definitely
still
going to have his
another.
name in some sort of like top 10 for home runs in the
Swing right there. That's multiple home runs in the
By the end
same
of this run
inning.
here.
Watch yourself. You're missing over
Now
the
batting.
heart of the
I
plate.
think sure
The
will be the top
catcher.
10 for
In
strikeouts.
now,
Jorge.
Jorge Alfaro
Alfaro.
rounds it sharply to third. Throw on to first will finally retire.
This
him
is
as
actually
the inning.
perfect. Because now what I'm going to do is I can go to Estevez for the
Ready to begin the 8th, and
Leading off
Austin
for
Hedges will be the next
The
to
pinch hit
Number
for him
17.
next inning.
First pitch
and not
on its
hit.
way.
Hedges.
And he gets ahead 0-1.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Estevez,
Actually,
your attention,
a guy
please.
that you'll notice attacks
Now
hitters with a
for the
high-velocity
Rockies. Count.
slider.
Oh, number
Not the old
54.
sweeper. He really fires it
Carlos.
in there and snaps off big
Estevez.
numbers. Oh, they pull the string on a good changeup there as he swings and misses, and he's set down on strikes for the second time
find a way
The
tonight.
center fielder, number 35.
He's ready. Here's the
Oscar
first offer. Oscar
Mercado.
Mercado is in with 1 away now as he swings and misses here at strike 1.
We're going to see him throw that hard fastball early and often.
And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first two men he faces out of the bullpen.
Now batting, left fielder.
Delino
Shields
stands in as he
the
swings and
Cross-Plant
misses
Apex
for
comes
strike
out
one.
Tuesday. Cannot fucking wait for that.
Hey! Hey, and the beat goes on. That's number 8.
And a fastball.
An immaculate inning for Carlos Estevez.
Your attention, please.
Enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is.
Hitting for the Rockies.
Matt Kemp
Number
is going to grab a bat here as he looks to try to set the table in the bottom of the 8th as they look for some insurance. High in the air out to center field.
If that wasn't a slider and it didn't break like that towards the end of it,
gets there to
I think
make
that's
the
in the
play
seats and
for
Matt
the
Kemp
first
continues
out
to
of the
just get it done
inning.
off the bench. But it's fine.
Now batting.
Digging in once
Number
again,
1.
Garrett Hampson. On the night, he's 2 for 4 with a pair of singles. Fouled away. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
Oh,
swing and a miss at a slider for a strike.
Hey, boys, you talking about getting your A swing off right here? That's what it looks like. A guy with massive power letting it eat.
And he fouls this one off.
Tell you what, their pitching's pretty solid. I'm not gonna lie. They're holding me to less runs than anyone else really has, in Coors Field for that matter.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Center fielder on the run. He gets there, and that's the second out.
Now batting, the center fielder.
Striding forward now, Kevin Pillar. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day, and it's fouled away. The windup and the 0-1. Back up the middle.
That boy Pillar.
He's got a base hit, his second in this one, 2 for 5.
Getting singles. Fuck it.
Nice execution right there, Dan.
Now
kept his front shoulder in.
That's shortstop.
Kept his hands inside the baseball.
100 hits is definitely.
Pitcher right there. You can't get discouraged. Sometimes, even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
He's got a hit in
Figure,
3 at bats
obviously
to
50
this
home
point.
runs has happened. All the other hits that aren't home runs, so the doubles, the triples, the singles.
Line toward the alley in left center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. And he's safe.
The doubles.
Yeah, some guys have the ability to rise the occasion,
Now
while
batting,
some guys
third
shrink away
baseman.
when it matters the most.
Nolan.
Well, this guy is a
Arenado.
gamer. He's been on fire since the postseason started, and after that hit, it looks like he doesn't plan on stopping.
What happened to the
anytime
red
soon.
hot Nolan? Missing pitches like that for some reason.
Comes set and the 0-1. Now a shot
There we
toward
go.
the gap in left center.
That'll drive in 2 on a Nolan double.
He pulls into second safely as they also score a pair of runs on the play.
Now batting, left fielder, Charlie Blackman.
Here's Charlie Blackman now. Lifted the other way to left center. Center fielder giving chase. He's there to make the play,
If I were
and
more
that'll
smidge
retire.
early on that pitch. Trying in here.
Your attention, please.
Comes on from the pen,
Now
hoping to
pitching
finish
for the
this one
Rockies.
off here in the top of the ninth.
Number 50.
Stepping
Right.
in, Cesar Hernandez.
Right
He's
there.
the one to start off the ninth inning with his guys in danger of going down 2-0 if they can't rally. And he watches a called strike as this one bears in on him. 1-1. And it's 1-2.
The count.
Over the radar gun on that slider. Off-speed pitch, 91 miles an hour. That's just pure filth.
The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
Now batting, the third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
Okay, what did I want to? Oh, Twitter for music. Twitter and Instagram, because sometimes things don't make it to the Reddit front page just yet. Mookie Betts looks very happy in LA. Fernando Tatis Jr. is fucking good. Oh, that's what I was going to do.
Standing in, Jose Ramirez. He's 0 for 2 with a walk thus far. Fly ball out to straightaway left.
Routine fly out to left is going to turn into an extra
and that'll
base
get
hit
down out there for extra base hit.
I would not have shifted Jose Ramirez.
And he'll reach second now with one away.
You know, D-Roll, there's been some great pitching in this one so far. After that knock, that's only the third hit of the game, and we're getting late into
that
this
stayed
one.
fair?
Yeah,
Are you fucking kidding me?
Your hat to the opposition sometimes. Well,
this game's full of bullshit.
The runner scores from second.
Dan, you know what? You like to see that from an offense. When you have a guy in scoring position, there's no sense in waiting around. We saw a pitch
throw sinkers,
right there, and he went
double play.
And I think that's what most hitters do. They come up with guys on base and they can potentially drive in. They're looking for a pitch to hit, and he didn't wait around and got that bad hit started.
Lindor, you already got 1 foot out the door.
Stands at first with 1 out. Good bite to that sinker as he gets him to swing through it for route number 2.
Down.
Talk about blowing it by a guy. Jeez, I mean, that fastball.
Oh, Josh Naylor. Yeah, okay. You can go
the swing came through the zone. I have to think he was looking for something off speed, and he just couldn't pull the trigger on that fastball.
That's a ball.
He couldn't get him to chase the 0-2 fastball. It's 1-2. And now those that have stuck it out tonight come to their feet. Struck him out. Cleveland,
whenever I face
good night. So the Rockies are halfway to a World Series championship, guys.
Yeah, another impressive win puts them up 2-0 as this fall classic will shift to a new venue now. They will certainly enjoy their day of rest before they have to gear it up again for Game 3.
And on the losing end of this one, what about the Indians?
Man, they're facing some long odds, having won 4 of 5 now, Matty V. But if they could just grind out a win in Game 3, the math would start to look a little bit better. I look for them to gather themselves and to come out swinging in the next couple of days.
Up 4-0 in Game 3, and I haven't even seen an at-bat yet. That's beautiful. Trevor Story's got an RBI, probably back in the first inning, because we scored a run unless somebody like Garrett Hampson went, to lead off the game. Either way, Aaron Savale, I don't know if he's going to make it out of this inning.
Let's go down to the field with Heidi Watney for a report on what she took away from her talks with the players. Heidi?
The shortstop, Trevor Story.
Bounce towards the second base.
Fucking sinkers.
He's got to hurry. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
Now batting.
Here's Nolan Arenado. 0 for 2 on his line thus far.
Arenado.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Hit sharply, but foul down the right side.
That damn sinker. We need to get rid of that. We need to get Savale out of this game. It's not an NL game, so he's not going to get pinch hit for either.
Fouled off. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. A ball that's carrying. On the warning track, he makes
That's not
catch.
A sinker. It's gone, dude. Fuck this game.
Now batting.
Digging in.
The
Charlie
left
Blackman. He'll look to bounce back after
Blackman.
striking out his last time up. Swing by Blackman, and it's hammered to right field. Naquin's going back, but he can't get it as it's off the wall. And he is into second with a 2-out double. When that one left the bat, I wasn't sure where it was going to come down. Thought it might have a chance.
Yeah, same here, man. It kind of got lost high in the sky before one hop the fence for an extra base hit. During the daytime, that thing probably would have carried out of here, but you can't complain too much about a double.
Adam Putko is a right-handed reliever standing 6'3", gets the ball now out of the bullpen. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Fly ball out toward right field. Right fielder giving chase. He gets there to make the catch.
The one time I didn't power swing with David Dahl. All right, Sensatella.
Leading off for the Indians, the left fielder.
Good fastball. He gets a swing and a miss.
The Shield.
Behind 0-2 now. And he struck him out. So double digits now. 10 strikeouts for him thus far.
Pitch count
stepping up to the plate.
The batter, number 7.
He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far.
Hernandez.
First pitch of the at-bat. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. He pulls this one into right, but he'll barely have to move out there in right as he hauls this one in for the second out.
Now batting, the third baseman.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Jose Ramirez is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1.
Hey, they say solos won't kill us, but I got to believe this guy's looking to do exactly that.
Fouled away.
2 away and you're down, 4-0.
No runs, 3 hits. No errors to this point for the Indians. Pops this one up. Arenado over to his right. And that ends the inning. Down. All set for the start of the inning.
Here
comes the first baseman, Daniel Murphy.
Daniel Murphy.
Hangs on him a bit that time as it's belted out toward deep center field.
Off the wall, though.
And, he missed a home run by a matter of feet. It's off the wall.
What in the fuck?
The relay.
Why? Well, I wasn't holding L1.
Retreating to second as they slapped the tag on him.
Now batting, designated hitter.
So stupid. Fuck this game.
Kemp.
Ridiculous ass game.
Briskly to short, right to him. On to first, and it's a quick start to the 7th as now there are 2 away.
Now batting.
Alfaro might get World Series MVP at his rate.
And up next will be the big catcher, Jorge Alfaro. First delivery to him on the way. Hit pretty well out toward right center field.
Dude's crushing it right now.
On the move. He's through first and hustling for second. And now that'll hop over the wall.
Now
so he'll be at second here with 2 away on a ground rule double. And that'll bring in Garrett Hampson. And he might have another one as this is hit high and deep out to left. But it bangs off the out-of-town scoreboard.
Wait, what?
Second home run of the game right there. He is locked in at the plate. You hear so many of today's players talk about rhythm and timing. Well, he is perfect.
That should be a ground rule double then if it somehow managed to get sandwiched up there and then stay up there and drop down behind the mat, but okay. I don't know why he even jumped for it. He didn't let a shot at it. I mean, I'm gonna take it, don't get me wrong. But it's a little cheap.
Into the box, Kevin Pillar. On the screws to shortstop, but caught to Next will be the cleanup hitter, Fran Morales.
For the
Indians. To lead things off here in the bottom of the 7th.
Shot
doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later
also
innings.
make it World
Down
Series
by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
He didn't look overly fooled right there because a lot of pitchers will go to the breaking stuff 0-2, but he certainly looked ready for a breaker on that pitch.
So he gets the swinging strikeout on the changeup.
Now
Fran Morales.
Not shortstop.
For the first out in the bottom of the inning. To right field and deep. Look at this thing go. Gone! Into the box now, Josh Naylor.
Now batting.
And
first
fouls
baseman.
this one off. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame.
That's fine. Sends a telephone.
Now it's 0-2.
That's okay.
Hey, sped him up, slowed him down, got him down 0-2. I think he could pretty much go anywhere right here. I'd be surprised if anything misses over the heart of the plate.
He's just rolling right
a dozen strikeouts.
For him.
We're not even out of the 7th.
First pitch
now
of the
batting, center fielder
Tyler Naquin.
Tyler.
At the plate now, and he's quickly behind 0-1.
I'm surprised we're seeing so many late swings on fastballs. If there's one rule of thumb in the game, get to the heat.
Throw to Murphy will take care of him, and that'll end the inning. So 1 run on 1 base hit, the home run, no errors, and no one left on base. 8th inning coming up. Rockies lead this one 6-1. Trevor Story steps in now. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far.
Trevor
the pitch.
Story.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap.
Gone.
And this one is gone. A home run.
Hey, that's the price you pay right there when you try and sneak a fastball past this guy.
I got Ramos coming up on the sit-down
power hitter in the league knows you got to start with the numero uno, number 1. Then you got to get on the heater and adjust to everything else, and he did just that.
And that'll bring in Nolan Arenado. DeShields is there. Looks it into his glove, and it's one gone.
Now batting, left fielder.
Here's Charlie Blackmon now. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. From the stretch. Lifted the other way.
I'm just not hitting as well tonight. Like, I'm still doing fine. Like, very good.
And he will make the play
it's just
out there,
not
and there are
as
2
good
away
as
now.
it could be.
Now
I feel bad that I'm
Settling
finishing
in
now,
now,
and I'm in a
David
slump, but I
Dahl.
want to get
Lifetime in this matchup. Just a couple of matchups.
Not over with. It makes it
no
sound like I'm not
hits
having
in
fun.
2
I want to keep it moving
Naquin's
now.
going back. And he
But like a
makes
lot of
nice
balls that I'm
catch
just
on the
missing.
track.
Like another, like that should have been a Dahl home run.
Bottom of inning number 8 set to
now.
go. And next to
Leading
that
off
will be
for
the
the
outfielder,
Indians,
Jordan Luplow.
the right
number
fielder.
51.
Jordan.
Ready, and
0-1
he'll take the
count.
ball from the manager.
Luplow.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1.
Aye.
Might have been taking all the way right there. That pitch couldn't have split the strike zone any better, and you can bet he wants that one back at the plate.
So he gets the swinging strikeout on the changeup.
The catcher,
Jordan
number
Luplow is
17.
dealt with for the first out in the bottom of the inning. Austin Hedges is next as he finds himself behind 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one.
The left fielder, number 00.
That's 3 times he's gone down on strikes in this one. So they've really figured out how to attack this guy.
1 run, 4 hits. No errors to this point for the Indians.
Wow, what an inning,
and
AJ
he goes
Ramos.
down on strikes for the 3rd
Did
time.
he strike out the side in order?
3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts.
How many pitches
Not
did he do it on?
shabby.
I don't think it was 9, but
Ladies
Cal
and gentlemen,
Quantrill comes
your
on the pitch
attention.
now, looking for better results
Now
than the
pitching for
other
the
arms that they've run out there.
Bryson
in this
Tiller
one.
dropped an album, I think, also has a Drake
Cal.
feature on it.
Daniel Murphy steps in.
Yeah, Drake's definitely
got a
dropped
hit in
some.
3 at-bats to this point. This is pulled into right.
Fair? All right, now Daniel
And
Murphy,
that'll
I'm going
get
to send you to
down for a
second,
base hit.
and when you get
So he
there,
goes
do
after
not
the
right. You're going to
first
slide
pitch,
in.
and it's early trouble here this half of the inning.
You're not going
And
to
a
round
good
it
way
like
to
some
start the
dumbass.
9th as he's in with a
That was
leadoff
ridiculous.
double.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
Hey, this guy's having a big series in the postseason. It looks like to me that the moment isn't too big for him. He's slowing the game down. He looks terrific.
Yeah, absolutely. Postseason monster right here.
Another one that I just missed.
Series. Any big leaguer can have their moment mid-May, but to do it when it gets cold outside means everything.
And he'll get into 3rd
Now
here
batting.
on the fly
Catcher.
out, so he's 90
Jorge
feet away here with
Alfaro.
1 gone.
Let's give Alfaro another
Here's
RBI.
the first pitch to him. Hard on the ground
Hell
towards
yes.
short. Scooped up.
I don't even care if he didn't get a hit. He
First
get another
this
RBI.
time, but meanwhile, the runner is in to score.
Now
Ready
batting,
for another chance.
number 1.
I think Garrett Hampson takes
He'll try
World
and
Series
start
MVP.
things over now with
Alfaro
the bases
finished
empty
top
and
3.
2 away following the RBI ground ball. Line drive to left. DeShields will get there and he puts it away.
I don't know why. I'm just going to go through
In now for
the motions,
Cleveland,
it feels like now.
Cesar Hernandez.
Matty Barnes.
Leading
Leading
off
off
here
for
in the
the
9th.
Indians,
His guys in danger of
second
falling
baseman,
into a very difficult
Cesar
to escape 3-0
Hernandez.
deficit. Matt Barnes, the 6'4" right-hander, comes in out of the bullpen to do the pitching.
Now batting,
digging in now,
third baseman,
Jose Ramirez.
Jose.
He was retired after popping out his
Part of me
last
wishes I could just do like a bullpen
No
game
balls
for
in
game
one
4. No
strike.
offense to Kyle Freeland, but like
And it's quickly 0-2.
you do like Barnes 2 innings, Trinan 2 innings, Givens 2 innings.
No, that's
now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't
then,
quite catch the
Bard
bottom
to
of the
close it
zone.
out in 9th.
Hit on the ground down the first
And
baseline.
then I'd have Jairo Diaz and
This is
AJ
a foul
Ramos if
ball
I
as
needed
the
to go to an
count
arm
goes
that wasn't
steady
part of
at
that
1-2.
schedule.
High in the air out to right field. Waiting on it is Dahl. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Oh, boy.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Franmil Reyes.
Oh boy, look
And
at all
that'll
these.
Bring in Franmil Reyes. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate.
Oh, get fooled, you big bastard.
0-1.
Real nice curveball there. Had a lot of late break, and he waved right through that one.
Last strike now for Cleveland. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over. So the Rockies are 1 win away from a sweep of this fall classic, guys.
Yeah, it's been totally one-sided so far, Matt. A bit more of the same, and they'll be raising the trophy. It's all working for this team right now.
And on the losing end of this one, what about the Indians?
Well, here's the bad news. No team has ever come back from a 3-0 deficit to win a World Series. It's been done in the ALCS, so we know it's not impossible. But before they start entertaining miracles, they got to see if they can do it in each game.
Wait a second. Alright. Win to sweep the Fall Classic.
For a report on this club's outlook heading into Game 4, here's Heidi Watney.
Leading off for Colorado, the shortstop.
Ready to deliver.
Trevor
Here's the first pitch.
Story.
Strike one to start the at-bat.
Yeah, no offense to Kyle Freeland, but I think I want to actually bring in everybody one more time here.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch.
Rock this.
Story swings, and this ball is hammered to deep left field. Looking up is the left fielder.
That's a call shot right there.
To lead off the inning.
Cleveland Rocks, rock
this. World
this.
Series is special at any point. Hitting a home run in the World Series that gives your team the lead.
It is.
That's
no wonder we're
Up next for Colorado, the
Here's
third
Nolan
baseman.
Arenado.
Nolan
And it's
Arenado.
fouled away. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Left fielder is on the move. He gets there and makes the play for the first out.
Now batting.
Into the box
The left
now,
fielder,
Charlie Blackmon.
Charlie
0 for 2 with a fly
Blackmon.
ball and a ground out on his line to this point. A swing.
There you go, Blackmon.
High drive to right center field. Back goes to Shields. Still ranging back. And that one is gone.
Still gonna get those
Another
dingers.
Excellent swing right there. That's multiple home runs in the same inning. Watch yourself. You're missing over the hard plate.
And that'll bring up the speedy outfielder
Dahl.
David Dahl. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Left fielder giving chase. He gets there, and that's the second out.
The first baseman, number
Daniel
9.
Murphy steps in now.
Daniel
Here comes
Murphy.
the first pitch. Swing and a drive to right. There it goes.
Hey, look, it's Daniel Murphy in October.
And gone. An absolute bomb. So that was the third home run for these guys today.
In the inning.
D-Roll, some days the
Now
fellas
batting.
walking with their hitting
The
shoes
designated
on.
hitter.
And this looks like
Matt.
one of those games.
Now that ball is smoked. Carrying to deep left.
Attaboy Matt Kemp.
Out of here. Back-to-back 2-out home runs.
Now batting. The catcher.
So now to the
Jorge
plate, Jorge Alfaro.
Damn.
As he swings and lifts it in
Too
the air out
focused on
to
his
shallow
slugging
right
percentage,
field.
realizing that if I got an extra base
And he'll
hit,
get
much
there in
mainly
plenty
a
of
home
time
run,
to
I think
put
his
this one
slugging
away.
might go over 1,000. His slugging, not his
Driving
OPS.
forward
His
now
slugging.
is the DH. Josh Naylor will
Leading
start
off
things
All
off
right.
in sixth for a lineup that
The
really
designated
hasn't
hitter.
found its groove in this one.
Yeah, only 2 hits so far,
Naylor.
Matt, and not very many hard hit balls either. We'll see if they can start making some adjustments.
I am going to go and
Ladies
Michael
and gentlemen,
Givens
your
enters to do the
attention,
pitching
please.
in the bottom of the sixth.
Now pitching for the Rockies.
only because
Number
Coming,
60.
here it is.
if I stick with
Michael
Freeland, I'm going to want to stick with him
Swing,
until
just gotta try
the
and
9th
straighten
inning,
that
and I
one
don't
out. Givens
know if he has that
rarely
in
finds
him.
himself in much trouble out of the
He's
bullpen,
in line for
at
the
least
win,
in
though, I
terms of
believe.
giving
I got
up
the count.
base
0
hits.
and
He's
2.
proven to be a tough guy to barrel up. Count remains at 0-2.
Good luck now. Yeah, as it is, you had a hard time scoring off my pitching. Now you've got to go through all of my elite
Nothing
bullpen
in 2
arms.
count and the pitch.
We're winning this tonight. That's the motto here. That's the mantra. That's what we're looking for.
Popped up. Murphy is under it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
The catcher, number 55.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Swing, and there it goes. Deep to left field. Onto the home run porch and gone.
He's got like 50
they have
power.
everything to lose in this game, but it's
44.
obvious they have zero.
Bullshit.
They're going
Number
to battle
0-1
to the
zero.
last out, and with that home run, they're that much closer to prolonging the series.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Well, they've really had an answer for keeping him in check in this series. He's offered very little resistance with the bat in his hand so far.
Now batting.
He throws him on the
second
fastball
baseman.
there.
0-1,
Delino DeShields goes down for the second out here in the bottom half. Got him a swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2. Pulled toward right center field. On the move is Pilar. Long run, but he gets there to track this one down, and a very nicely recorded out number 3. So 1 run on 1 hit, which was the home run. No errors, and no one left.
Your attention, please.
It's on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 88.
7th inning ready to roll, and set to go is the second baseman, Garrett Hampson. High and deep to left. This one's got
Don't think I forgot about
distance. And out of here, and I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed.
The center fielder, number 11, Kevin Pilar.
Plate now, Kevin Pilar fouled off. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Hot shot to
bullshit.
Third and handled for the first out.
Up next for Colorado.
Trevor Story standing yet again as we flash you back to the middle innings. This was a turning point here. A solo home run that was really one of the key at-bats of the ball game to this point. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Now a swing and a deep drive to left, and it ain't coming back. And it's gone as they add still another. Guys, you believe what we're seeing here today? With 6 home runs
that's the World Series
this lineup is turning in a performance for the ages.
Maybe postseason as well.
You don't see this very
I really don't know
often.
who's going to get what.
It's cold and chilly like this, wind blowing in a little bit, but we're still seeing a lot of home runs.
Yeah, Dan, I can't explain it. Let's just tip our hats to both offenses right now because they came to play. Moving traffic against this cold weather, not easy to do.
He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. There's a drive high in the air and deep to left center field.
Maybe, yep. One more for Nolan.
Out of here. Back-to-back home runs.
27-28, one more time.
Now
Blackman's 29 instead of 19. That would just be awesome.
Charlie Blackman.
And that'll bring in Charlie Blackman. He swings and crushes it. Oh my, there is no doubt about this one, and they've done it again.
3 in a row.
Back-to-back home runs.
Coors what?
I can't believe I'm saying this, but that was the 8th home run of the game for these guys.
Now
how about this offensive performance?
Yeah, Matt, boy, what a different ballpark this place plays in Cleveland. That old municipal, they call that the mistake by the lake.
Curveball to hit.
Progressive Field. This is a tough ballpark to hit. We'll hit them out of B-Row.
You know, this is an interesting ballpark, Dan, and that's why what they were able to do today on the offensive side was so special. This place early in the season plays super big. It's cold out there. The ball is not traveling. Once the summer months heat this place up, right center becomes a nice option.
Nick Whitgren comes on the pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. So here's Matt Kemp now.
Damn it, Kemp.
Swings and grounds it to short.
Because he wasn't coming off the bench, he didn't get it done.
To retire.
That's fine.
Ready to go for
bottom
the last
7 will
half
be trying him.
Leading off
standing in is the veteran third baseman, Jose Ramirez. Blake Trinan gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th. No balls and a strike to count. And it's quickly 0-2. 0-2 count, and the pitch. Got him. So he's down on strikes for the second time
July
here tonight.
8th.
Well, he certainly wasn't intimidated on the mound right there. He had to stare down a really good hitter, and instead of working around the zone, he challenged him with 3 straight good pitches. I like that he didn't give his opponent too much credit.
July 9th.
Fans, a reminder to stop by the Stadium Store, located on the main concourse, to pick up all of your World Series souvenirs. Whether you're looking for hats, shirts, jerseys, outerwear, we've got a full line of products to suit your needs. Be sure to stop by tonight.
Just gotta find the picture from last Friday. Here it is. Get rid of that. Draw. Maybe I should make that a lowercase d. Save that, go to here, make sure it's saved, go to here. Go to here, here.
And that'll bring in Franmil Reyes. As with one away, he can't make contact on the first pitch. It's strike one. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. I'm not sure, but it looks like he may have been blindfolded for that swing. It's 0-2 now. Swung on and hammered.
The disrespect
no
I'm getting right
this
now
one. Watch it
from this
fly.
game.
Gone.
He's testing me so much.
And that'll bring in the switch hitting Francisco.
It's like every it's because I'm bringing all these guys in to try and lower their ERAs and get a little usage up a little bit more.
So far.
I don't normally do that, but something about this scheme I really like, so I'm doing it for them, and I'm fucking paying for it.
Fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away.
Well, we'll see a lot of these power arms coming out of the bullpen these days, but it doesn't make it any less impressive to me. I love watching guys come in.
Like, I don't mind it, but it's a little slow.
That one's down around the knees, taken for a strike. Fouled away. Got him swinging as he runs the fastball by him to end the
Your attention, please.
Enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is.
Number 38.
At the plate, Jorge Alfaro. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Damn it.
Here's a high pop-up.
Cal Quantrill was hard for me to hit off.
On it. Looks it into his glove, and one gone.
Now batting.
And that'll bring in Garrett Hampson. He's homered and doubled in 4 trips, so he's definitely been a factor.
Also fucked me up.
High in the air out to center field. DeShields is there.
What a shitty end to this run compared to everything else. Like, comparatively speaking,
up
this
next
just hasn't been as good.
Riding in,
the
Kevin Pillar. 0 for 4 with a strikeout thus far.
4 Pillar, like, come on.
And now a swing.
Fucking pop up a 3-pitch inning.
Field.
2 infield pop-outs and a routine flyout. Fuck this. I'd stop because I'm pissed off, but
so stepping
in too deep now.
Leading up for the Indians,
to this point.
The right fielder, Jordan. 0-1's the count. Luke Lowe.
No balls and 1 strike. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Big fastball is definitely this guy's MO coming out of the bullpen.
And he struck him out. Second time tonight now that he's been set down on strikes.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
Next for the Indians is the designated hitter, Josh Naylor. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. First offering on its way. Swing and a miss, but he's right on here. 1 strike. 2 runs, 4 hits, and 1 error in the ballgame for Cleveland so far. And he fouls this one out.
Did he say 1 hit? Oh, 1 error. I was like, what?
That's a ball.
He gave up the home run.
Like,
I got to count 1 and 2
now.
now.
2 runs though.
I don't know if that was a great take or he got fooled. He's certainly trying to play it off like he knew what was
Josh
coming.
Naylor.
You could bet he'd be on alert.
And fuck you, Roberto Perez.
Now batting,
So he sets him down swinging. Josh Naylor goes down for out number 2 in the bottom half. Behind 0-2 now.
I can't wait for the. Well, I mean, I can because I love the G1. But once the G1's over, I'm gonna start watching
1 ball
games.
to the Indians catcher.
Ball 2.
And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
2-2 now.
Man, this at-bat has changed quickly from 0-2 now to 2-2. A good job of plate discipline by this hitter, not chasing those pitches just off the plate.
And a great
And it
inning
looks
here
like,
as he gets
I
another
can't recall,
punch out and strikes
but they
out
started
to
doing
side
condensed
in order.
games for the World
3
Series
up,
are on
3
YouTube.
down,
I think starting with
3
2014.
strikeouts. Not too shabby.
2014
Back
World
with more of
Series.
Game 4 on the show after this.
Yeah. All the 2014 World Series games are on YouTube, condensed. I'm pissed. I would have loved to have started with
Set
2013.
to start the 9th in this one, and that'll bring forth the slugging shortstop, Trevor Story.
This guy's having a pretty good week so far in one
Missed
game.
that one.
His last at-bat is 2nd home run of the game. We'll see if they'll
Whatever.
pitch
This is
him
like
a
my
little bit
lowest
more
scoring game of the
carefully in
entire
this AB.
postseason. I don't
The
care.
Shields is there. 1 quick out to start inning number 9.
Up next for
And
Colorado.
that'll bring in Nolan Arenado.
baseman.
He comes into this
Nolan
appearance in the midst of a
Arenado.
1-for-4 day.
Yeah, that last at-bat.
There's a swing and a drive, and everybody's just going to sit back and watch that.
It's only
one
right that
fly.
the face of the team
No
hits my
doubt
last home run, no doubter. Just make sure. Yep, Daniel Bard is closing it out.
Now batting, left fielder, Charlie Blackmon.
Here's Charlie Blackmon now. High in the air out to center field. On the move is
Not
DeShields.
gonna catch that.
But he's not going to get there, and he's headed for extra bases again. Around second now and headed for third. The relay throw.
Blackmon
He
triple.
is in there with a triple.
Wow,
Now
you think
batting,
they'd learned their lesson
the right
and would
fielder,
pitch around this guy.
David
That's his 3rd
Dahl.
extra base hit of the game. This one a triple, and he can seemingly do nothing wrong.
David Dahl to the plate now. Is swung on and driven out to right center field. A ball that's well hit. And it's gone.
They're double digits. Also fitting for the last game of the year.
Your
Number
attention,
99
please.
gets the call from
Now
the
pitching
bullpen to
for the
pitch in relief.
Karnichak.
Number 9.
Didn't his overall shoot up? He's up to 80.
Here's Daniel Murphy now. And it's fouled away. 2 hits in 4 attempts to this point. Fouled off.
It's a tough pitch.
3 runs already home here. Oh, and now this ball's in the air to deep right center. A ball
He's
that's
gonna catch
carrying.
that. It's not going.
On the warning track, he
Maybe if
makes
I power
the
swung.
catch.
Now batting,
Plate now is the
the
designated
designated
hitter, Matt Kemp.
at
And he'll be trying
10.
to replicate that home run swing that he took back in inning number 6. On the ground for
Not with a
Hernandez at
curveball
second base.
high and away like that.
Reined in. And the throw
He's
from
out.
shallow right in time
Whatever.
at first.
Let's win the World Series.
And here's the second generation big leaguer
Leading
Delino
off,
Daniel Bard
DeShields.
with those
Indians.
last
He'll be
3
the
outs.
first at
The
bat here in the
seventh
inning
fielder
with his
Complete
guys
his
in
Delino.
need of some
backstory.
9th inning magic if they're going to force a
Shields.
game 5. Number 52 takes
Man
the
hasn't
mound
pitched
as he's
in
been called
I got
upon
the
to
count.
pitch.
7 years
0-2.
Behind
practically.
0-2 now.
Pitched 1
Now
innings
the
worth
0-2
of
pitch.
inning,
Swing and a miss,
2014.
and that'll get a
the
groan
last time
from
he
the
pitched in
home
the majors.
supporters here. 1 away.
and now it's 2020. and he's going to be on the mound.
The batter, number 7, second baseman.
That's just what they did right there. Big strikeout.
Turn
He got off the base path.
Grounded weakly down the line toward third. One out, nobody on. This one's down to third. Arenado's got it. Throw on to first, and now the Indians are down to their final out.
Up next for Cleveland.
Now in the box,
the third baseman.
Ramirez. And their season hangs in the balance here as they're down to their final out. Strike one to start the at-bat. Good pitch as this is swung on and missed, and now they're down to perhaps their final strike of the evening.
Yeah, if he's going to pound the zone with this stuff all game, the offense better step up. Somebody's going to have to pull a trigger a little bit earlier in the count.
Last strike now for Cleveland. Struck him out, and it's over.
I'm so glad Daniel Bard struck him out to win it, too. The Dodgers officially beat the Brewers. They're moving on.
Wow, World Series champions. The only thing that could have made this sweeter would have been doing it in front of the home crowd. But hey, they're not complaining, believe me. Now they can look forward to celebrating during the parade as they bring the World Series trophy home. What a moment for this team, this organization, and that city.
I'm not sad.
Back now on the show. More reactions now to this series-clinching victory.
Pretty damn sad about that, but whatever. Not like it would have made a difference this year. I mean, David Price may have. No, he opted out of the year. Yeah, not like it would have made a difference. Alright, that's an A+. Great, unbelievable. World Series champs, Colorado Rockies, 127 wins, 35 losses. Constant green line going up, especially right before Game 80 to about Game 100. Big win streak, also one before Game 60 to about just before Game 80. Player boosts. Kyle Freeland had one. Jorge Alfaro, German Marquez, Max Scherzer, David Dahl, Nolan Arenado, Garrett Hampson. So that's 7. I would have had 8, but I didn't get any with Trevor Story. He did have an opportunity, but I didn't get to any plus signs with him. I'll just look now. We did score 100 runs, 134 runs, and only gave up 13. The team slugging percentage was over 1. We ended up getting our little wheel ranking there to the 5th ranked team. 1st in contact, 9th in power, 14th in pitching, 13th in defense, 7th in speed. Only behind the Dodgers and the Padres. The Yankees, wait, I thought no, so the Yankees are 1st, Padres 2nd, Dodgers 3rd. And there's one team between that and us. And I'm going to go with Braves were 6th. They were just... Who was the 4th team? The Cubs. Wow, okay. Alright, let's take a look at the stats. Starting with the pitchers in the postseason. We'll do it by innings pitched. Jairo Diaz did not pitch at all. And Ryan Castellani did not pitch at all. I think I've been saying Castellini all season. I'd never looked at his name the right way. It's Castellani. I don't know. Either way, they didn't pitch. AJ Ramos pitched 2 innings across 2 appearances. He walked nobody. He struck out 3. He got it. Gave up a hit, a run on a home run. So an ERA of 4.50 and a whip of .50. Carlos Estevez pitched 3 innings across 3 appearances. Walked nobody. Struck out 7. Got a hold. Gave up 2 hits, no runs. ERA 0, whip 0.67. Daniel Bard, my closer, recorded a save, and he pitched 3 innings across 3 appearances. He walked nobody, struck out 7. He gave up a hit, and that was it. So an ERA of 0 and a whip of .33. Blake Trinan pitched 4 innings across 4 appearances. Walked nobody, struck out 9. He got 2 holds. He gave up 3 hits, 2 runs on 1 home run. 4.50 ERA and a 0.75 whip. Matt Barnes. Oh, now Daniel Bard is recognized as a closing pitcher. Yeah, I don't think he was initially. Matt Barnes pitched 4 innings across 4 appearances. He walked nobody. He struck out 9. recorded a hold, no hits, no runs, ERA 0 whip 0. Michael Givens pitched 5 innings across 5 appearances. He walked nobody, he struck out 10. He recorded a hold, he gave up a hit, a run, a home run, so an ERA of 1.8 and a whip of .20. Kyle Freeland had 2 starts. In his 2 starts, he went 2-0, and he pitched 11 innings. He walked 1, he struck out 13. One of his starts was a quality start. He gave up 3 hits, no runs, so an ERA of 0 for Kyle Freeland and a whip of .36. Antonio Senzatella, who I think came from Cleveland at one, or not Cleveland. Oh no, he stayed in Colorado. I meant to say Cincinnati, but he had 3 starts. In his 3 starts, he went 3-0. He pitched 19 innings. He walked 4, struck out 25. All 3 of his starts were quality starts. He gave up 12 hits, 4 runs, 4 home runs for that matter. So 1.89 ERA and a 0.84 WHIP. Herman Marquez had 3 starts. In his 3 starts, he went 3-0. He pitched 23 innings. He walked 2 and he struck out 32. All 3 of his starts were quality starts. He gave up 7 hits, 2 runs on a home run. .78 ERA, .39 WHIP. And then Max Scherzer, Mad Max, Mile High Mad Max. 3-0 in his 3 starts. He pitched 25 innings. He walked 1. He struck out 46. The single postseason record is 56. Kurt Schilling in 01, but he did it in a hell of a lot more innings than Scherzer did. If Scherzer pitched the same amount of innings as Schilling did, Scherzer would have annihilated that record. In his 3 starts, all 3 were quality. 1 was a complete game. He gave up 9 hits, 3 runs, 1 hit by pitch. ERA of 1.08 and a whip of 0.40. I'm going to really quickly, I haven't done this in forever, but I'm going to really quickly pull up the list. Most strikeouts in post-season. And we will go to our trusty baseball reference page. I know the record is Justin Verlander, and I'm not thinking that Scherzer's anywhere near him, but strikeouts. Also, Schilling did it in his 56 strikeouts was 48 1/3 innings. So Scherzer would damn near have to double his innings to match that. If he struck out 46 in 25 innings, that means that he would have struck out if he kept up that pace 92 in 50 innings. Take away an inning and 2/3, and I don't think you're going to lose. He was 10 strikeouts away, so he would have annihilated the record. His 46 is best for tying him 7th all-time or 3rd all-time, depending on how you look at these lists. Because Josh Beckett, Randy Johnson, Garrett Cole, Steven Strasburg, and Cliff Lee all have 47 strikeouts. Tied for 2nd. Anyways, but we're looking at strikeouts career. Scherzer is already on the list in the top 10. He had 137 going into this in 112 innings pitched. Obviously, Clayton Kershaw pitched in this postseason at some point because the Dodgers did. No, he didn't, actually. I don't think he did because I faced the Dodgers and I don't remember facing Kershaw. John Lester may have pitched, though, for the Cubs. I don't think he did, but he may have. And then Justin Verlander definitely did not. Verlander, the all-time leader. So Scherzer was 8th on the list with 137. We're going to tack on 46 more to that. And that puts him at 183, tying him with Andy Pettitte for 3rd all-time. But he does it in a hell of a lot less innings. Scherzer, for that matter. Everyone on this list has north of 120 innings pitched. Scherzer only has 112. Randy Johnson is the next lowest at 121 innings pitched, but he's also 9 strikeouts lower than Scherzer already. So if Scherzer were to, again, match innings, he would probably annihilate these records. I'm going to close that. And we're going to move on to position players. And we're going to do this by, I think, hits. So Drew Butera, Tony Walters, and Josh Fuentes, none of them ever got an at-bat. I feel kind of bad because they all kind of deserved it a little bit. They all kind of shined a little bit more than I thought they would in the regular season. Raimel Tapia, unfortunately, did get 5 at-bats. One of them was a pinch hit. In those 5 at-bats, he only got 1 hit. He scored a run. No home runs or RBIs, so a 200 average. But whatever. Ryan McMahon only had 10 at-bats. He was my first baseman platooner whenever there was a lefty on the mound, but there just wasn't. So in those 10 at-bats, he had 3 hits for a 300 average, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs, 2 runs scored. We'll take it. Matt Kemp had 15 at-bats, my go-to pinch hitter / DH. In those 15 at-bats, he had 5 hits for a 333 average, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs, 4 runs scored. All good. And then we get to the big boys. Jorge Alfaro had 42 at-bats. In his 42 at-bats, he had 16 hits for a 381 average. 5 home runs, 11 RBIs, 14 runs scored. That's an insane postseason, and that's like the bottom of my barrel. 1.351 OPS. Daniel Murphy. This is one I'm going to want to pull up too, actually. I don't know if he makes the list, so I'm going to go to Baseball Reference really quick. Most home runs in a postseason. Because they'll give you the all-time and single season. So we're looking at home runs. Career. Okay, so he's not showing up in the top 10. But I know he had 7 in 2015. So to mix that 7 with the 8 he had here would put him just below the top 10. But we'll take a look at that. We'll see how many he has altogether. But regardless, so he only had 40 at-bats, too. He missed a game, because McMahon did play one game. So in his 40 at-bats, he had 18 hits for a 450 average, 8 home runs, 9 RBIs, 13 runs scored. Good for an OPS of 1.625. So, I'm going to really quick pull up Daniel Murphy's, not Domino's, Daniel Murphy, and the at-bat app. Stats, search, Daniel Murphy, stats, postseason cumulative. So Murphy has 8 already, so with his 8, he would tie into the top 10 with Carlos Beltran, and whoever else also has 16. Okay, Nolan Arenado. Face of the team here, Nolan Arenado had 51 at-bats. He had 19 hits for a 373 average, 12 home runs, 20 RBIs, 16 runs scored. Good for an OPS of 1.545, insane. David Dahl came out of nowhere to shine. I had 5 guys that cracked double-digit home runs. So that's insane right there as it is. David Dahl in his 43 at-bats had 19 hits for a 442 average, 10 home runs, 17 RBIs, 16 runs scored, with 2 stolen bases as well. Good for an OPS of 1.769. Kevin Pillar, who really carried the freight in the first 2 series, in his 50 at-bats had 20 hits for an even 400 average. 11 home runs, 18 RBIs, 16 runs scored, 2 stolen bases. Good for an OPS of 1.512. A lot of these guys have slugging percentages above 1, let alone OPS. Charlie Blackmon quietly hung around with the guys, and he was 1 home run shy of cracking that double-digit plateau as well. Not counting Daniel Murphy tying it, I had 6 guys break the single season postseason home run record. If you count Daniel Murphy, I had 7 guys do it. He tied it. And a lot less at-bats, I believe. 51 at-bats for Charlie Blackmon. He had 20 hits for a 392 average, 9 home runs, 12 RBIs, 16 runs scored, and 1 stolen base. Good for an OPS of 1.451. Garrett Hampson, who has just been off the charts insane all season long, in his 54 at-bats, had 22 hits for a 407 average, 13 home runs, 19 RBIs, 18 runs scored, 7 stolen bases for Hampson, a 1.603 OPS. And then Trevor Story with a very similar line, but a little bit better at the same time, only had 50 at-bats. So in 4 less at-bats, Story had just as many hits, 22, just as many home runs, 13, just as many runs scored, 18, 2 less RBIs at 17, and then only 2 stolen bases, so 5 less there, for a 440 average and OPS of 1.781. So if I had to say postseason MVP, I think even though Story had the higher average and OPS, I'm going to go with Hampson because of the higher RBIs and the stolen bases. Although Story very much deserves it. I think I'll go with Story, actually, because he only had 2 less RBIs, a higher average, a higher OPS, and probably better defense. No disrespect to Garrett Hampson, who is a solid defender, but Trevor Story is a top-tier defender. And he did it, the higher average, the same amount of hits in less at-bats. So there's that. We'll take a look at the regular season numbers for my pitchers here. We'll sort it by innings pitched again, and we'll start with Jairo Diaz out of the bullpen. Jairo Diaz, 28 years old, B potential, 72 overall. I'm normally pretty good with him, but he just wasn't good this season. turned it around a little bit, but he had a north of 5 ERA for a while. So out of the bullpen, he had 66 appearances, so apparently the computer leaned on him a lot. 66 appearances, 10 wins, 4 losses, 5 blown saves, 11 holds, 67 in a third innings pitched, struck out 67. 4.41 ERA is not good. A 1.40 whip is not really good either. Good for a 4.3 though. Worth the money in his contract, 2 more years, whatever. He's whatever. Ryan Castellani, 23 years old with D potential, 69 overall. He's just not that good. He didn't have a bad year necessarily, but he didn't have a good year either. No, he had a pretty tough year actually. Carried by the offense for sure in his win-loss record. In 33 starts, he went 18-4, 205 in a third innings pitched, but over 200 hits given up, over 100 earned runs given up. 177 strikeouts is pretty solid for your first year with low potential. But a 4.65 ERA is not good. A 1.43 whip is not good. 18 quality starts, 2 complete games. A 1.5 WAR. Anything offensively? No, 2 RBIs. Yeah, he's worth his contract, and hopefully he can get a little bit better between now and 2025. But he's ecstatic, so that's cool. AJ Ramos is 33 years old, D potential. He's 68 overall. Don't ever expect him to, break out. He had an okay year, but where he's at, he's never going to be anything special. Although apparently he was something special in Miami for a little bit there. 2014, 15, and 16, all pretty damn good years. Hell, 2013 was pretty solid too. So in 36 appearances out of the bullpen, he went 4-1 with a blown save and a hold. 39 2/3 innings pitched. He struck out 41. 3.63 ERA and a 1.24 whip. Not bad. Good for a WAR of 0.6. His last year on his deal, he's happy, so good for him. Carlos Estevez, 27 years old, B potential. He's up to 73 overall. He'll go silver. He won't go any higher than that. He had a great year, though. 28 appearances. He went 2-1, 4 saves, 1 blown, 15 holds. 29 in a third innings pitched. He struck out 35, a 2.45 ERA, and a 0.85 whip. That's really fucking good. Good for a WAR of negative 0.1. I'm curious as to how he put up a negative WAR season, because this is a good year. I don't get that, but he's worth the money on his deal, and he's got 1 more year arbitration, but whatever. Daniel Bard. I'm so fucking happy about his success. 35 years old, C potential, 72 overall. Obviously, in game-wise, his overall's not going to go much higher. He's going to hit his decline for that matter. But he had an amazing year after having not pitched since 2013. I was wrong. He didn't pitch at all in 2014. He pitched 2 appearances, 1 inning's worth of inning pitched altogether in 2013. He realistically hasn't pitched since 2012, where he had a terrible year, mostly as a starter, and it kind of ruined him. In 2011 and 2010 he was phenomenal. In 2011, he was not his old self, but he was still fine. And then in 2012, he just exploded and then never came back. 2013, like I said, terrible. And after that, he was out of the league until now. He got a chance in Colorado, and he fucking shined. Definitely 100% the comeback player of the year, without a doubt in my mind. You can see his career stats. You can see his stats with Boston from 2009 to 2013. However, his career totals do not account for that. So, for example, it says he has 42 appearances this year. Clearly, he's had more than 42 appearances in his career. But it says 42 at the bottom there. But regardless, so in 42 appearances out of the bullpen, he went 2-0 with 24 saves, 2 blown saves, 3 holds, 45 in a third innings pitched. He struck out 61, a 1.99 ERA and a 1.13 whip. Good for a WAR of 1.4. Worth the money on his deal. He's got another year of arbitration still, because after all this time, he's still doesn't have the service time. And he's happy, and I am too.
Hey, ride seat.
Who goes there? I don't know who you are. Am I supposed to know you? Oh, cool. Well, thanks for the support. Appreciate that. Alright. I'm just going through my recap right now. I just finished off the season.
How it going?
How it going? Oh, it's going good. You know, especially for Daniel Bard. Very happy for his success, as I was just saying. And he's worth his contract, so that's cool. I always keep forgetting that I added Blake Trinan through a trade. Like, he wasn't a part of this team. But he got his overall up to 83. 31 years old, C potential. He'll probably crack into the gold again one more time, but that'll be it for his career. Not a bad year, though.
What's the team?
Colorado Rockies. It's in the title there, and you can see kind of on the Blake Trinan player card here in the bottom right
DH lineup.
Like the lineup? Oh, it was very ordinary. I didn't change the lineup at all, really. I did add Jorge Alfaro from the Marlins. I traded for him. Everyone else is a part of the team already. Nolan Arenado did not start the season with us, and his overall was like in the low 80s. But I got to call him up after like a week in the minors because he's like hurt or something like that in real life, and then he, you know, went back to his old self. Maybe not entirely. His attributes, his hitting attributes, are a little bit lower than what they normally are, but because he didn't have that good of a regular year.
Okay.
But everyone else is as advertised there. So I was on Trinan. Trinan had a good year. 6 wins, 3 losses, 3 saves, 3 blown. 13 holds, 87 in the third innings out of the bullpen. 92 strikeouts is pretty good. 3.30 ERA, that's fine. Not the Trinan of... well, actually, it's a good bounce back from last year. 1.31 whip, just about league average, so that's alright.
How did Freeland do?
Freeland, I'm getting to him. $10 million contract. Yeah, Trinan was worth the money in the trade. Freeland, yep, I'm coming up on Freeland. Oh, and I added Max Scherzer. I forgot about that. The Nationals offered me Max Scherzer in a trade. Who was I to say no? This team needed some extra pitching, so I took it. Matt Barnes came over from Boston. He's about to go diamond, actually. 29 years old, 84 overall. He'll crack diamond for a season. Really good year for him. 36 saves, mainly with Boston. He wasn't my closer. 4 wins, a loss. 2 blown, 57 strikeouts, which is actually a lot lower than last year. I didn't realize Matt Barnes had that many strikeouts last year. 2.53 ERA, 1.30 whip. Those are fine. 0.8 WAR. Worth the money. He's going to walk, though, probably. He's ecstatic. Michael Givens, they traded for him like in real life the Rockies did. He's gold. I don't think he'll go diamond. 29 years old, C potential. Not a bad year, but not a great year. 44 appearances. 52 strikeouts. 3.59 ERA is okay. 1.36 whip is a little high. 0.7 WAR. Worth the money, though. He's happy. All right, Kyle Freeland. You were asking about Kyle Freeland. So Freeland, I liked Kyle Freeland. He was doing pretty solid for me. He was, for the most part, my number 3 starter. Believe it or not, Max Scherzer was actually like my number 4 starter. He was not having a good year when I traded for him. I was able to, you know, help his stats a little bit when I used him, but he had like an ERA just under 5, and it was like mid-June when I traded for him. So Kyle Freeland was my number 3 starter. Senzatella was 1, Marquez was 2, Freeland 3, Scherzer 4, Castellani 5. Freeland, 26 years old, got his overall up to 78, so he's still silver, but with his potential, I think he'll go gold. And yeah, not a bad year for Kyle Freeland. 32 starts, he went 20-5, just under 200 innings pitched. Not bad numbers, you know, same amount of earned runs as last year, and he pitched, you know, 95 more innings than he did last year, so that's huge. Got his ERA back down to earth. You know, last year a 6.73 is not good, but a 3.5, 166 strikeouts also, but 3.52 ERA is fine. A 1.20 WHIP is pretty solid. 21 quality starts, 7 complete games, 4 shutouts. Good for a pitching WAR at 2.5. He smacked 2 doubles and had 6 RBIs on the offensive side. And hell, he's got team arbitration for 2 more years, so that's pretty good. He's ecstatic. You know, he's happy about everything, so. Antonio, I'm going to do Scherzer next, actually. I'll save the other 2 for last, because the other 2 did better than Scherzer. Scherzer, his ERA was 4.75 when I traded for him, and he had 105 strikeouts, if I remember everything correctly. he's definitely Hall of Fame bound now. Back-to-back rings. Still 93 overall, even at 35. So he's diamond, and he's still among the elite. And he's gonna have another year or two of that. But wow, I'm so surprised at how well he actually ended up doing. 17-8. He had a losing record too. 17-8. 224 innings pitched, which is his most since 2016. Struck out 294, which is higher than last year. And now he's... Hold on, first of all, how many wins do he have in career? So he'll end up getting 200 career wins because he's only 13 away. And he'll definitely end up getting 3,000 strikeouts because he's only 14 strikeouts away. That's literally, he could do that in one start. So Max Scherzer is going to crack the 3,000 strikeout club at this rate. 3.13 ERA gets his career ERA to 3.19. A whip of 1.08 for the year gets his career whip down to 1.09. 24 quality starts, 5 complete games, 4 shutouts. Good for a WAR 6.6. Also, he hit a home run and 5 RBIs. So Scherzer's, for me, career WAR 64.2. For me, he's Hall of Fame bound, especially once, you know, he's going to have another 2 or 3 years in him still at this rate. He's going to crack 3,000 strikeouts and probably get like 3,200 on his career. Get 200 wins, maybe like 220, depending. And we got him for 1 more year, so he was worth the trade. He's ecstatic. He wasn't my ace though, so he's a little bummed about that. German Marquez, I think this kid's got great potential. At 25 years old with B potential, he's up to 89 overall, so he's diamond. He's going to be among the elite as time goes on because he's only 25. He had an amazing year. 33 starts, he went 20-3, 238 and 2/3 innings pitched. He struck out 247, 2.64 ERA and a 1.06 WHIP. 26 quality starts, 8 complete games, 5 shutouts, 5.2 pitching WAR. This is a Cy Young season right there. Just about 250 strikeouts, a sub-3 ERA, just about a 1.0 WHIP, 8 complete games, 26 quality starts. That's a Cy Young season. 7 RBIs on the offensive front. We've got him for 3 more years on a solid deal. He's ecstatic. Good for him. And then if Marquez doesn't win the Cy Young, it's because Antonio Senzatella does. Another kid at 25 years old, B potential, 80 overall. He's gold, and I think he'll go diamond at this rate. His control and his Ks per 9 are a little low. His clutch could be higher. But I don't know. Something about him was great. I think Marquez does get the MVP, but Senzatella had a very good year too. 31 starts and went 50-5. 203 and 2/3 innings pitched. He struck out 180. 2.96 ERA, a 1.20 WHIP. I thought he had a better year than this, but I guess not. 22 quality starts, 3 complete game shutouts, a 3.7 WAR. 2 more years arbitration. He's only satisfied. If he was making more money, he could be happy and have a higher overall. So that's the pitcher's front. Now we get to the fucking big shit here. This is gonna be insane. Starting with the offense. Drew Butero, 35 years old. His overall's down to 69. I could even see him retiring now. He's had a decent career. He's been around the block for a minute. He's getting up there in age a little bit, and his overall is just going down. So he can still fielding wise, he's not that good, but he's got a good arm and he can block. But the actual fielding is low. But he didn't have a bad year. 52 hits, not a lot of at bats. 52 hits, 5 home runs, which is a career high. 29 RBIs, also a career high. Stole a base, his first ever. 304 average, definitely a career high. An OPS 866, definitely a career high. Good for a WAR of 2.2. He was platooning with Tony Walters to start the year, and then once I traded for Alfaro, I had 3 catchers. I wanted Butero to be my backup catcher, but I think it prioritized Walters a little bit there. But either way, never really being an actual starter. A 2.2 WAR behind the dish is fine. He's worth that money, sure. That's cool. Tony Walters, the other backup catcher. A better fielding catcher. And his contact is there, but that's about it. He's actually got good vision and discipline. He actually developed a solid amount. Tony Walters was not good at all at the start of the year, and he was not bad now. 27 years old, B potential. He got up to 72 overall. He could play second and short, so he got more playing time because he would back up Story or back up Hampson every now and again. So he's not bad. And he had a solid outing. Only less than 100 games played, less than 400 at bats, but 92 hits, 8 home runs, 33 RBIs, career highs, 9 stolen bases, 255 average, 730 OPS. Pretty solid. 1.9 WAR. down from last year, but I can't complain. You know, he had a better year offensively than last year on almost all fronts. Worth his deal. He's angry, though. He thought he'd be at least platooning. He's now benched officially. He's not making nearly as much money as he wants, and the coaching's not, you know, he could be 76 overall, so that's pretty interesting. Have to look out for that in future runs. Josh Fuentes, who for like the first week was my starting third baseman because Nolan Arenado was in the minors. Not a bad fielder. He's just not Nolan Arenado. He's got the speed, though. He's got decent speed, and he's got a little bit of contact, but he doesn't have the power or like the plate vision or discipline. So he's only at 75 overall, 27 years old. B potential, though, so he's silver. I don't think he'll go gold ever. I think his vision, discipline, and clutch kind of hold him back a bit. But he had a solid showing, not bad. Again, low at-bats, low playing time. 41 hits, 6 home runs, 26 RBIs. 275 average, OPS of 835. Good for a WAR of 1.4. Oh, I got to see how many home runs I hit in the postseason. I'll do that at the end, I guess. Raimel Tapia, another one I kind of wanted to see more from him. Like, I wanted to use him more, but I just couldn't find it because, like, I can't replace Charlie Blackmon. I can't replace David Dahl. Yet this game likes to prioritize Tapia over Kevin Pillar for some reason. I can't replace Kevin Pillar either. Tapia is not a bad fielder, decent enough arm, solid speed, and a good contact hitter now, but not that much in the power department. 26-year-old B potential. He's only 68 overall. So, you know, it's like I wanted to see him develop, but he developed and only got to 68. So, again, low playing time, but over 100 hits in that low playing time. 12 home runs, 39 RBIs, stole 10 bags, 334 average, OPS of 910. Small sample size, but a good sample nonetheless, 3.6 WAR. We got him for 2 more years in arbitration, but he's also angry. Would like to be paid more and play more and all that, but it's not going to happen. I was very happy for Matt Kemp. His fielding is atrocious, so I'd never put him in the field unless I absolutely had to. But he was always my go-to pinch hitter and my DH in American League games because he's still got solid contact, a little bit of power. I like his stance and a little bit of vision, discipline, and clutch still. So at 34 years old, 67 overall, I don't think he'll retire necessarily yet, but he's been around the block since 06. And he had a real solid bounce back year. I mean, not like his bounce back year with the Dodgers in 2018, but, you know, low playing time, 55 hits, 14 home runs, 37 RBIs, stole a base, 353 average and OPS above 1 at 1.109. Good for a WAR, 1.9. Like, I'm fine with that. I'm satisfied. He's unhappy. He wants to play more, and he actually doesn't care for his pay. He's fine with that, but he wants to play more. Matt Kemp, I think... yeah, he's 5 home runs shy of 300. 175 hits shy of 2,000, which I think could be doable if he signed in an American League team as a DH. He's not going to be going to the Hall of Fame, but he would go into like that made-up Hall of Very Good status area. You know, you will be remembered, and you know you were a very good player for a solid chunk of time. You know, you cracked 300 home runs, 2,000 hits, career average hovering around under 300, but you know 290, OPS above 800. What's his career WAR? 37.2. Yeah, so he's over the halfway mark for like what that Hall of Fame cutoff is. So he would be Hall of Very Good if he could do 165 more hits and at least 5 more home runs. He got over 1,000 RBIs. So and he's part of the 100 club. Stole 100 bases, hit 100 home runs. So solid. Ryan McMahon was interesting. I wanted to see a little bit more of him playing time-wise too, but I could not put him in full-time. I probably could have, but I didn't want to because Daniel Murphy could still hit righties, so I'd feel a little bit wrong not playing Murphy. Decent, solid fielder, solid hitter, definite power against lefties though. Got up to 77 overall. 25 years old, B potential. He's gonna go gold. Minimal playing time though. Again, small. Only 262 at bats. Like that's like half the at bats that people get. And he had 80 hits, so you got to think you got to double that, and you got to double that. That'd be a 160 hit season. That'd be great. Double that, and you'd have 50. We had 25 home runs. Last season, in 480 at bats, he had 24 home runs. So this year, in just over half that, the amount of at bats, he had more home runs. So you know, again, if you double everything, it means he'd have a 50 home run season, 100 RBI season if you double it. You know, 305 average and OPS above 1. Good for WAR. Backup first baseman, platooning at 3.0. 2 more years of arbitration. He's satisfied. Jorge Alfaro, I don't know what his average was when I traded for him, but I know for a fact, because it was very easy to remember, he had 4 home runs. He had 4 home runs when I acquired him at the trade deadline from the Marlins. So on July 30th, when he went to bed a Miami Marlin, he had 4 home runs all season. On July 31st, when he woke up in Colorado and stepped up to the plate, right before he saw his first pitch, he had stepped up to the plate as a hitter with 4 home runs. I love Alfaro. I think 26-year-old B potential, 77 overall. He's a solid fielding catcher with really good speed, and he's going to turn into a solid hitter. He already is a decent enough hitter. I think he'll go gold. But in his time, again, not minimal, but not up there. 139 hits, 19 home runs. That means he had 15 home runs with the Rockies from July 31st to the end of September. 15 home runs. That's a pretty solid stretch. 93 RBIs, a 283 average, and 817 OPS. Good for a WAR 4.9. He's absolutely worth the deal because on top of that trade, not only did we get like a solid rental, but we've got 2 more years of him. So he's not a rental. He's a long-term deal. Or long-term rental, at least. Daniel Murphy is showing he's still got a little bit left in the tank to offer, even though his overall is going down. He's down to 78 overall. His fielding is deteriorating. It's not terrible yet, especially for a first baseman. His hitting, don't really hit him against lefties, but against righties he can hold his own. He even made some improvements, +5 in the contact, +2 in the power. And he had a great year, a career-ish year. A career year in the power department, but I think his career year still stands out as 2016 when he won the batting title in the NL. But that's besides the point. He's platooning. Platooner hit 100 base hits, 20 home runs, 84 RBIs, 312 average, 918 OPS. Good for a WAR 3.7. Worth the money on his deal. He's happy, and I am too. Now we get to the real heavy hitters, starting with Charlie Blackmon. Blackman's 33. I did not know that. I knew he was not like young, but I didn't think he was already up there in age like that. B potential, 83 overall. So he's going to start hitting his decline, actually. Like, he didn't make any improvements, but he didn't decrease. His fielding's not all that good. His contact is still pretty solid. His power is still... his contact is still amazing. His power is still pretty solid. Vision, discipline, and clutch are all still in good places. A career year for Blackmon for sure. Holy shit. 212 hits for Blackmon. 45 home runs, which gets him over the 200 mark. 133 RBIs. A 374 batting average. An OPS of 1.121. Good for a WAR in the outfield of 6.6. He was mainly in right field, but I wanted to put him in left field after a while, so that might have had something to do with it. Worth every penny on his deal. We've got him for 3 more years. He's ecstatic. David Dahl, who I think started the year on the bench, believe it or not. 26 years old with B potential. He got up to 84 overall, so he's gold. He will go diamond. Solid speed, decent fielding. Turned into a very good hitter. +9 in the contact against righties. +7 in the power against righties. +11 in the power against lefties. +9 in the plate vision. So he's going to continue to develop a little more. He'll go diamond. Nothing too crazy, but also a career year for David Dahl. So right now, Charlie Blackmon put up a huge MVP year. I'm just going to throw that out there. When you have +40 home runs, +100 RBIs, it's that fucking batting average that's insane to me. That's an MVP year for sure. So 37 home runs for David Dahl, 106 RBIs, 317 average, 1.018 OPS. Good for a WAR of 6.9. Worth every penny on his. He's worth 10 times that much. And then we got 2 more years arbitration with him. He's unhappy. So his overall should be 86 right now, but he's not getting paid as much as he wants to be. I think that... I'm not sure what's crazier for me, Kevin Pillar or Garrett Hampson. Kevin Pillar, I guess, might not be as crazy because you look at his attributes against lefties, which also increased +6 in the power and contact against lefties to 98 and 81. Plate vision got into a good spot at 74. Still a solid fielder, decent speed. And he made a little bit of improvement against righties, +2, and then +6 in the power to go from 48 to 54. But you want to talk about MVP years, Kevin Pillar put up, and talk about career years at that. 202 hits, 44 home runs, 121 RBIs, 15 stolen bags, 311 average, 952 OPS. Good for a WAR in center field of 8.8. Unreal. Worth every penny on that contract and worth the trade they made with the Red Sox. He's satisfied. I think he's been paid more and coached better. his overall would be higher than gold. He's not going to go diamond, I don't think, but he's gold right now, and he'll stick there for a year or two. Nolan Arenado is so interesting to me because at 28 years old and a potential, he's 99 overall. He's diamond. He's among the elite. And he's one of the best. Period. Top tier defender. Top tier hitter. He missed the first week or two of the season, and on top of that, he just took a big hit in his attributes in real life from the roster update. So if I started this run with the Rockies a day or two earlier, Arenado would have been even better than this attribute-wise. He got plus 11 in his contact against righties, plus 5 in his contact against lefties, plus 7 in the power against righties, plus 14 in the power against lefties. Play vision at 98, discipline at 68, clutch is already at 99. To start the season, his attributes were higher than where they are now. So if I did this with the default Nolan Arenado and then he developed like this, his attributes would all be 90s. Not that it matters, because he still put up an MVP, a freakish MVP year, while missing 29 games. He missed 29 games and still put up. So I don't know if he's going to qualify actually for some of these things, but 172 hits, 56 home runs, a career high, 138 RBIs, career high, I believe. Yeah. A 348 average, a 1.184 OPS, good for WAR at third base of 11.7. That is one of the top 4 or top 3 all-time seasons by WAR. He's only 28, so he's going to still get even better. He's already going to enter the Hall of Very Good. He's closing in on 1,500 hits. He'll probably get that next year. He's going to hit over 300 home runs next year as well for the career marks at 29 years old. So I think he'll surpass the 400 home run mark and probably the 2,300 or 400 hit mark with no problem. So he'll probably enter the Hall of Fame actually at this rate, for that matter. His WAR is already 43.7, and he's worth every penny on that deal. And we've got him on lock for 6 more years. He's not going anywhere. He's only satisfied too. That's the thing. He's taking not that it would matter, but he couldn't. You know what I mean? I don't know. Trevor Story. I'm gonna save Garrett Hampson for last because he was mind blowing. Trevor Story, at 27 years old, number 27, A potential, developed to 98 overall, diamond, among the elite, one of the best, top tier defender with great speed, solid hitting. He's another one that I believe took a little bit of a hit in the roster update last Friday, so he could have been even better. He will slaughter left-handed pitching and do still pretty solid against righties. And again, an MVP year. He only missed 14 games, but 184 hits, 52 home runs, 128 RBIs, 17 stolen bases, 300 average, a 1.018 OPS, good for WAR shortstop at 8.4, worth every penny on that deal. We've got him for 1 more year. He's happy though, so maybe he'll come back. And then the craziest one of them all to me is Garrett Hampson. Garrett Hampson came out of nowhere, got his potential up to A, at 25 years old, got his overall up to 87. He can play the outfield. I wasn't sure if he could or not. I never put him out there. I wish I did. Actually, no, because I didn't want to. I'd have to move Pilar, and I wouldn't do that. Top tier speed, solid fielder with a good arm, and he just went off. He got his overall up to 87, so he's diamond already. He's going to be among the elite at this rate. At this rate, he'll develop into the mid-90s, probably 94, 95 category. Solid contact. Look at this though. Plus 12 in contact against lefties, plus 16 in power against righties, plus 13 in power against lefties, plus 12 in play vision. He developed like crazy and had an MVP year. And he actually only played 137 games too, so I don't know how he'll qualify for these things. He played more games than Arenado, but he also missed. He only played 4 more games than Arenado actually. He missed 25 games. 176 hits, 57 home runs, 111 RBIs, 25 stolen bases at 2020. 317 average, OPS of 1.14, good for a WAR at second base of 9.8. You don't see that type of WAR at second base. Worth every penny on that contract. He's worth like 100 times that. I don't know about 100 times that, but he's well worth more than 10 times that. Oh yeah, he's worth 100 times that. Cause No, I can't math right. 10 times that puts it at 5, but 100 times that would put it at 58 million. He's worth $58 million cumulatively, but not in 1 year. And he's only satisfied, so he could be getting an overall boost if he had a better contract. So I'm going to go with MVP. It's going to be tight between Hampson and Arenado. I might have to give the edge to Arenado because of the average and the OPS, even though Hampson had one more homer. Yeah, actually, yeah, Arenado's taking the MVP. No doubt in my mind. Okay, so let's take a look. How many home runs did I hit this postseason? Did I surpass 50? Obviously, I did. How much did I do it by, though? 2 for Matt Kemp, 2 for Ryan McMahon, 5 for Alfaro, 8 for Daniel Murphy, 9 for Charlie Blackmon, 10 for David Dahl, 11 for Kevin Pillar, 12 for Arenado. I'll just do 26 because 13 for Story and 13 for Hampson. 85 home runs. It's 15 shy of 100 home runs in 11 games because we didn't lose any postseason games. How many hits did I have? I said I was going to surpass 100 hits for sure. 22 plus 22 plus 19 plus 20, 19, 20, 18, 16. Oh, I fucked up. Either way, that's well over 100. I'm not going to do the math. All these extra base hits too. Alright. Okay, so I just gotta check my regular season home run total. The goal is to pass 307 because that is the single season record set by the Twins last year. I think for sure that we obviously did that with the Coors Field effect. 6, 12, 14, 25, 19. No, not 19. Whoops. 15, 28. 45, 37, 44, 56, 57, 52. This is the first time I've ever done this as far as I know. The record is 307. We're the first team in MLB history to hit over 400 home runs. We have 404 home runs. Holy shit. Let's do runs scored. I like doing runs scored instead of RBIs. 28, 53. The goal for this is over 1,000. 38, 53, 33, 51, 60. Nah, I'm not going to do 60. I don't know how many he scored. See, if he hit 15 home runs, that means he at least scored 15 runs with us. 60 take away 15 would be 45. Cut 45 in half, and you get about... So it's 15 plus 24. We'll say 39. No, that's... No. Actually, yeah. Yeah, because he wasn't doing anything, really. So I'll do 35. Just make up bullshit. 69. 115. 89. 131. 121. 127. 138. It's over 1,000. 1,081. Runs scored. Cool. Alright, so I'm going postseason MVP Nolan Arenado. Oh, actually, no. Postseason MVP probably Trevor Story. Sorry. Oops. How am I doing everything here? Postseason MVP Trevor Story. World Series MVP Story or Hampson. Cy Young has a chance to go to Marquez. MVP has to go to Nolan Arenado. Comeback Player of the Year, even though it's not a real award in this game, is going to Daniel Bard. Maybe a Gold Glove or two, and definitely some Silver Sluggers. Check the awards. Trevor Story gets World Series MVP. Kevin Pillar gets postseason MVP. So that's more of an LCS award, that's fine. Kevin Pillar did not get a Silver Slugger. He finished just outside. And looking at Juan Soto, Soto did have a better year, so I can agree with that. Mookie Betts also had a better year, so I can agree with that. And then Charlie Blackmon obviously had a better year, so I can agree with that. Trevor Story finished second for Silver Slugger at shortstop. Yeah, I can agree with that. Tatis had a higher average. Sure, Story had 7 more home runs, but Tatis also had 13 more RBIs, so I can agree with that. Arenado gets it at third base. Great call. Garrett Hampson gets it at second base. Definitely. No one got it at first base for my team. Jorge Alfaro finished third at catcher, which I feel like there's got to be someone better between him and Darno, but that's fine. Herman Marquez finished third for pitcher. I think Scherzer should have been there, but that's fine. Gold Glove. Kevin Pillar finished second for Gold Glove in center field. David Dahl got Gold Glove for left field. Wow. Wasn't expecting that. Arenado finished second at third base. And Alec Boehm finished first. But with that many putouts, I don't think he played third base. I think they probably put him at first base. And he developed really fucking well. Wow. Yeah, because 769 putouts seems like bullshit. I think he played first base. Which means Arenado should have got it. But whatever. Hank Aaron Award went to Nolan Arenado with Blackman and Hampson finishing behind him. Rookie of the Year went to Alec Boehm with Ryan Castellani finishing second. I don't think he should have. I'm fine with Alec Boehm winning it, and I'm fine with Cronenworth being there. I think Cronenworth should have finished higher than Castellini. Batting title goes to Charlie Blackmon. Cy Young goes to Aaron Nola instead of German Marquez. I'm going to call bullshit on that. Marquez had a better win-loss record, a lower ERA, and sure, he had 20 more strikeouts, but I think the ERA being lower by 12 whole points is kind of a big deal. Sure, it was 20 less strikeouts, but whatever. How many innings did Nola pitch? 234 and 2/3 with a 1.06 whip. They had the same whip. Marquez pitched more innings. 234, 238. What was Nola's WAR? 5.0. Yeah, I think Marquez got robbed. Nolan Arenado takes home MVP. Well deserved. Tatis finishing third. Wow. Talk about a season for Tatis. Holy shit. 21 years old. That's insane. Alright. So that's all that. Next up will be, I think it's the Astros next. Yes. No, it's the... Oh, shit. Did this change again when I wasn't paying attention? No. I just forgot. So I'm actually doing the Nationals next, because I already did the Blue Jays, the Royals, and the Marlins the second time. So we're going on to the defending champs, the Washington Nationals. And this is where things are really going to start to pick up a bit now. Like, Colorado, like, Coors Field was, like, kind of getting over the hump. Because now I got the defending champs. I'm going to have some good players there. Angels, like I got Juan, like, it mainly, like, even just think about, like, the one guy, Juan Soto, Mike Trout. I mean, the Astros have solid players in their lineup left and right, Jordan, Bregman, stuff like that. The Brewers I don't think should be as high as they are. But I guess it doesn't matter. It's all just the postseason teams. And then the Astros. And the Marlins. The Mets didn't make it, though. So take the Mets out. Put the Astros in. And then put the Marlins in there, too. Or put the Marlins where the Mets are. Put the Astros down at the bottom because they didn't have a winning record. I don't know if the Marlins did. I mean, even with the Brewers, though, like Yelich and Castanheira, Braun, and Garcia, Lorenzo Cain, Omar Narvaez, Brandon Woodruff has been getting pretty solid numbers, increased. Josh Hader. That new guy, Devin Williams, I think is his name. Him. The A's are going to be a lot of slugging lineup. The Cardinals are going to be one of the only teams I'm going to kind of slump with. I don't think I think they're a little overrated in game. Phillies with good Bryce Harper, Alec Boehm, Rhys Hoskins, JT Realmuto, Aaron Nola. The Rays, I loved playing as the Rays earlier. Willie Adames, Austin Meadows, they're pitching. The Mets will be fun. DeGrom, Pete Alonso, Dom Smith, J.D. Davis, all those guys. Conforto. The Reds should be fun with their lineup and their pitching. The White Sox will be really fun. The Braves will be solid. The Indians, I don't know how I feel about the Indians, but the Twins is the one I was looking the most forward to. I don't know so much anymore. Cubs will be great. Yankees should be good. Dodgers will be amazing. And the Padres will be electric. So yeah, I'm just, it's all going uphill from here. And last but not least, team affinity check and pack opening. So that was the Colorado Rockies. Team affinity's up to 41% and 78 affinity points. I have the Colton Welker card now. And the Charlie Blackmon Face of the Franchise card. And the team affinity packs to go along with it. My inventory. Open up any packs I got between the start and finish of this run. That'll be a gear up first. bat sleeve? I want the bat sleeve or the... Ooh, that's pretty good too. I'm gonna take the glove. Okay, I'll do the 6 affinity packs. Hey, Red Sox, Kyle Hart. Gold and Drew Pomeranz. Nice. Pomeranz has really turned around since going back. Ooh, Joey Bart. Pomeranz has really turned himself around since going back into the Padres bullpen. It's kind of weird. Debbie Garcia, silver, wow. Nope. Put in there. I think that was a Rocky, Ryan Vlade there, or Vlade, whatever. Can't remember his name already. I'm Rosario, not bad. Sean Reed Foley. Okay, last affinity pack. Jock Peterson's a bronze. Wow. Okay, we'll open up the regular pack. Okay, now the headliner set 48. 1 in 10 chance of diamond, 1 in 3 chance of gold, guaranteed silver. The headliner item is a 99 overall Signature Series Duke Snider. Center fielder, was great hitter, great fielder, just well-rounded. 99 overall, so crack that open. And Jabers. Okay, and then here's this. Select 2 of any 4. Well, 2 of the 4. So it's going to be... I think for sure I'm taking Garrett Crochet, because I need bullpen arms a little bit more. Alex Gordon is actually a really fucking good card, just minus the speed. And then Mark Canha. I think I'm going to go with Canha. I don't know, it's tough. No, I'm going to go with Canha. So Canha and Crochet. So we'll take Garrett Crochet and Mark Canha. Because those are both guys I can actually slide in my... Not that I play Diamond Dynasty yet, but those are both guys that I can definitely slide in here. Crochet can go in for Will Smith. And he would probably... I'll move to setup. He could... He's my highest overall bullpen arm, so he should be my closer, but... I'm going to stick with these guys there. And then... I gotta put in Mark Canha somewhere, which means they're either gonna take Juan Soto out or Ronald Acuna Jr. out. And unfortunately, it's gonna be Acuna. And Canha's a natural center fielder anyway, so that's actually perfect. But Canha's not gonna lead off. I'll tell you that much. He's my fastest guy now. I could put Acuna on the bench. I would have to put him in for probably Dalton Varsho. Oops. Or JD Martinez. Well, JD's a good hitter against lefties. Gallo's my power guy. Poppy's against righties. Trey Turner's my pinch runner. So yeah, it'd have to be Varsho. Oh, I have Freddie Freeman too. Holy shit, I didn't realize that. I think Josh Bell's gonna go bye-bye then. Yeah, I'm gonna put in Freeman for Bell. I also have Luke Voigt. Yeah, I'm going to go Freeman there. When the hell did I get Freeman? I guess I should check every position quick. Tatis is still my best shortstop. Machado is my best third baseman. Gary Sanchez is still my best catcher. Obviously, no one's going to replace Reggie anytime soon. That Blackman card isn't bad, but Soto is not going to replace anytime soon. Canha, same there. Alright, cool. Okay, so yeah, anyways, I will throw Acuna in for not JD Martinez, Dalton Varsho. Shit. You know, it's mind-blowing that JD Martinez is down to a silver. I mean, I get that his fielding's bad, but come on. I mean, I guess that's good, though, because it helps drag my team down a little bit. Overall is up to 93 with a 171 rating mod. There's definitely... Oh, I never changed my lineup order. So Tatis is going to lead off. And Sandberg. Canada can bat third. Jackson fourth. Soto fifth. Manny sixth. Gary seventh. Freddie eighth. Just check my pitchers too, I suppose. Shane Bieber's 91 overall. I'm not replacing DeGrom with Bieber, though. And then same with my bullpen. I should check here, I guess, too. Ooh, I got Devin Williams. I didn't realize that. I'm going to throw him in there, too. Anyone else? Trevor Rosenthal's not bad, but I think I'll pass on him. Pomeranz has high... No, he doesn't have high stamina. So, yeah, okay, cool. Alright. I'm out of here.